reach, and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond. Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko nikosi alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on GhanaTalks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinam Fiagbedu. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, lovely listeners of GhanaTalks Radio. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and you are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. You are welcome to the news headline review. Here we bring you all the latest headlines making waves in the news. We got you covered with the most relevant stories. As usual, remain your host, Ruth Esinam Fiagbedu. And joining me this morning on the news headline review is Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless. Good morning, Miss Regina.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm fine. We missed you yesterday, I must say.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm here again.
Yeah, you are here again. We are grateful to God you are here again.
Yeah.
You are back again.
Yeah.
All right. You're welcome to the news headline review.
Thank you.
All right. Let's dive straight into the major stories. NPP boycotts Ablekuma not rerun. The General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Kodria Frimpong, has firmly rejected the Electoral Commission's decision to conduct a parliamentary rerun in 19 polling stations in the Ablekuma North constituency, insisting that the NPP candidate, Ekuya Efriye, rightfully won the 2024 election. Speaking at a press briefing on Tuesday, July 8th, Mr. Kodria argued that the NPP secured a clear victory in the constituency and accused the EC of undermining the will of the people by ordering a rerun. For us in the New Patriotic Party, we are resolute and we know that our candidate, Nana Ekuya Efriye, won the elections with a margin of 414 votes. This is based on facts and figures. Yesterday, when the National Executive Committee met, we said that under no circumstance will we be intimidated. Under no circumstance will we go for a rerun. We will not go for any rerun. The New Patriotic Party will not go for any rerun. We have won the elections. What we are asking the Electoral Commission to do is to follow the court's directive to finish the coalition and declare as candidate Ekuya Efriye as the MP for Ablekuma North, the NPP General Secretary declared. Mr. Kodia described the EC's decision as unjust and urged the Commission to act in accordance with the facts and evidence presented during the electoral process. The EC had earlier announced a rerun of the parliamentary election in 19 polling stations in Ablekuma North, citing irregularities in the coalition process specifically. The absence of validation by some presiding officers on scan results. However, the NPP maintains that all necessary proceedings were followed and that the party's agents, along with EC's official, had duly verified and signed the results at the polling stations involved. Mr. Kodia's remarks add to mounting political tension surrounding the contested constituency, with the NPP adamant that any further delay in declaring Ekuya Efriye as Member of Parliament for Ablekuma North constituencies, a violation of the electoral mandate of the constituents. Yeah, I think we have been battling with this issue for quite some time now. If I'm not mistaken, from the beginning of this year, 2025, the EC was unable to declare the MP candidate for Ablekuma North. And along the line, I think they said there were some irregularities, and then due to that, they were not able to declare the results. But they came back on 1st July to say that there's going to be a rerun, of which I think, or we presume, that there was a stakeholder consultation with these two political parties. But looking at what we are hearing or we are seeing in the news so far, it didn't go that way. Now, the NPP has come out to say that they are not going for any rerun. So the NPP boycotts Ablekuma North rerun. They said that is not what the court ordered the EC to do. The court said, go and collate the rest of the results and declare. According to them, they said the court didn't say, EC, go and rerun. So due to that, there's a bit of confusion here and there. And now they say they are not going for any rerun. Miss Regina, don't you think that calls for violence? I mean, you were there yesterday at the press briefing. If you don't mind, you can, give us a bit of reports about what went down.
Okay. So according to the NPP General Secretary, yeah. That is lawyer Justin Kodua from POM.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was a lawyer though.
Yeah, lawyer.
All right.
And lawyers deal with facts.
Yeah, they do.
In as much as the notion say lawyers are liars.
Liars.
But sometimes these people deal with facts, and their facts are very valid. So listening to what he was saying yesterday, I was quite surprised because this issue was taken to courts, and if truly the courts gave a mandate that go out as the EC, collate the results and declare the winner. So where from the rerun? So it means first off, you are not even obeying what the court says. And I know Jane Mensah to be a lawyer also. I know her to be a lawyer also. If Abia, what is on the media is fake, dear. But I know her to be a lawyer, and as a lawyer, you should know what contempt of is it contempt of court is.
Yes, contempt of court.
You are not obeying what they are saying. And no they are saying go out, collate the results and declare the winner. Then in my opinion, I would say there's no need for the rerun. And secondly, Justin also said that when he wrote a letter to the EC, they clearly and emphatically told him that it's left with only 3 constituencies for them to collate. So now, where from the 19 constituencies?
polling station.
Polling stations. Yes, uncle to Huaba. But I would say, in a way, the NPP, they are calling for violence. Trust me, because there's no rerun. They won't accept it.
Yeah, right.
And if there's a rerun, since they wouldn't accept it, you can just imagine what would happen. Chaos.
Even yesterday, look at the crowd.
These people can just go there and scatter things.
So right now we are waiting for Friday to see if they'll be coming out to vote or not.
So manager should get us Wellington boots, bulletproof, headgear, and all that, because
you can hear. Then you run. You run for your life.
My God. But on a more serious note, first off, before the EC should have even come out to say that they would be rerunning 19 polling stations, first off, I think that she should have had a conversation with all these people.
Yeah.
But when the issue was even going on, she didn't even bring out any formal statements. She didn't bring any exactly. Nothing. She didn't bring anything. Then you just wake up one day, come to tell us that you are rerunning. How do you expect people to accept it just like that? So before you even bring out a rerun suggestion, you should have a talk with these people, both parties. Have a talk with them. Make sure that you encourage them. Make sure that you urge them to the extent that they know that this election would be free and fair.
Right.
But nothing of that sort. It's like you imposing something on them. That is what she's doing. So,
and that's very, very bad. And according to the press briefing yesterday, Mr. Kodua said that the 19 polling stations that they are calling for a rerun, from what he's saying that those were actually the polling stations that the NDC member actually lost the election. So why do they want to go and do the rerun in those particular polling stations? Like, you get it. So in a way, they want to do the election over there again and see if they are going to win the votes there.
If the first results that came out, worry. So what will change this time around? Would you go there to convince these people to vote for you? They know what they want. Their thumb is their power. So you can't decide for them. You can't buy your way through that. See, if a politician so they should just stick with the already declared results. But if they still want to go on a rerun, EC should make sure say on your better, because tomorrow is just Thursday,
Friday.
A whole lot can happen just within a twinkle of an eye.
Oh yes, a lot.
So they really need to make sure that if truly it would come off, it needs to be fair, transparent, and we shouldn't hear any issue of violence. This is the time the IGP also needs to make sure. I think Justin said they were not able to, just three polling stations, they were not able to protect the people. Then how much more 19 polling stations?
And the NPP is calling for chaos. So this is a serious chaos they are calling
because
for.
And NDC for also think more the youth especially or more share. I want to say I'm on to and
but do you think the EC can still go ahead to conduct the election even without the NPP? If they decide that they don't want to come out and vote,
they can't.
The NDC voters can just come out and do their voting and then they collate the results.
Yeah, I think so. And in a way, it would go even in favor of the NDC.
In favor of the NDC.
Because Mwambeto and the results there, that is what we would declare.
Yeah, exactly. So in a way, I think they should rethink this again. I don't know if the EC have to go and sit down with these people and have a proper conversation with them, a proper stakeholder engagement with these people to make sure that they maintain the peace. Because looking at the crowd yesterday over there, the man was speaking so angrily.
Yeah.
Charlie, if they don't take time, like a lot is going to go on Friday if the EC doesn't act swiftly But anyways, there are still going to be police officers there to make sure that they maintain law and order. But in my point of view, I think for that to happen, they need to sit down with both parties and make sure that they come together with a mutual agreement. And I think that is going to go a long way to save us the trouble, the drama, and the chaos on Friday when they are conducting the rerunning of the election. All right, moving on to our next news item. Gold Board Task Force launch. Mahama promises 10% reward for whistleblowers. President John Dramani Mahama has unveiled a whistleblower reward scheme as part of a broader crackdown on illegal mining, declaring that informers who help retrieve gold or illicit cash will receive 10% of its value. Speaking at the official inauguration of the Gold Board Task Force in Accra, President Mahama said whistleblower channels have been established to enable citizens to report illegal mining activity discreetly and safely. He announced whistleblower channels are in place and informants are eligible to receive 10% of the seized gold or cash value. So whistleblowers, get ready. If you blow the whistle on anyone and gold is retrieved or cash is retrieved, you will get 10% of the value of gold or cash. The move, according to him, is aimed at strengthening community involvement in the fight against galamsey, the term used locally for illegal small-scale mining, which has wreaked havoc on the nation's rivers, forests, and farmlands in recent years. President Mahama remarks form part of a larger framework of reform being introduced with the launch of the Gold Board Task Force. These include stringent oversight measures, such as the mandatory use of body cameras during operations, real-time GPS tracking of all task force vehicles, and the requirement of a written warrant from the CEO before any field operation can commence. Gold Board Task Force launch yesterday. President John Dramani Mahama, together with the Chief Executive Officer of the Gold Board, launched the Gold Board Task Force. And President Mahama is promising 10% reward for whistleblowers. That means that anyone at all who reports discreetly anyone involved in illegal mining is going to receive a 10% reward of the gold that has been retrieved or the cash that has been retrieved. And this is part of a broader effort to involve all the citizens and all Ghanaians in the fight against galamsey. So right now, if you know anyone who is involved in illegal mining, just blow the whistle, and you are gaining money with that. And I believe that is going to be a new job for people now, to go on the hunt to go and look for people who are mining illegally or places that illegal mining is going on. Then they get the 10% reward from the gold or the cash that will be retrieved. Miss Regina, 10% reward for whistleblowers.
Yes, my team gu in crossing say make sure some the information they will bring, they should make sure that it's very valid, because we can't miss out on this 10%.
No, we can't.
We can't miss out.
There's a lot. Hey,
share
a good deal.
A
good deal.
Yo, yati. Onka go them pel baby infa. Wanti. So first off, it's not a way to eradicate illegal mining completely, but I would say little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. The little effort they are making to make sure that illegal mining is being eradicated completely in our country, I would say when those little efforts are being brought together, it would amount into something big. It will amount into a more lasting solution. And you know our Ghanaians, I would say Ghanaians love to chook. They love to chook people.
We are so good at it.
Yes. So this opportunity being presented by our President John Dramani Mahama is a great and a good move, because trust me, they would really chook people. And whistleblowers funny day since a ska woman or mobile, because obi an person obeye edwuma hunu. Auntie, 10% either in gold or in cash would be given to you if only your information is valid, and also they get any kind of cash, as he said, or any kind of gold, you get 10% of it. But they should make sure that they don't just give a false alarm, because we know Ghanaians also, in as much as they are good in whistle blowing, they can also give false alarm. Let's take fire service for example, or the emergency numbers. Most of the times these people don't respond to calls because they think this is another prank from people. This is a serious issue we are dealing with. Galamsey is destroying our water bodies.
Right.
Galamsey is destroying the environment. It is even causing pollution. So we need to make sure that we all put our hands,
Hands
on deck to make sure that we help fight Galamsey. See, a time would come, even the time is even now, a time would come where we would be suffering just for water. In some regions, they are not getting the water to drink. In some regions, like I say, in undeveloped regions, for example, they still drink the water straight from the rivers, straight from the lakes.
That's so sad.
And I remember one person did a documentary about it. He went there, was taking the opinions of the people, and just insona yetino and no. That water, first off, is not a clean water. Secondly, it has dangerous chemical particles in it. So just imagine you taking that water. The harm or the damage is doing within you that you are not even seeing. Now, pregnant women also. A case came where I think, was it according to survey or research? Kids or babies who are being deformed is as a result of the water.
Right.
The destroyed waters. So please, okay, you say you know pipe, you know pure water, forgetting that is the same water that is being reprocessed for us. So please, we beg.
But you know, we are living in a country whereby the people know that it's you that wants
So
to
that
trick.
is where security comes in.
Yeah.
And it needs to be anonymous. They should make sure that they don't bring out information about the whistleblower, because most whistleblowers are not mostly being protected. Sometimes eyewitness cry at the end of the day. Now what is a BBC? I remember a case came where is it one driver actually Cronfo who said Cronfo neighbor and didn't a kind of ball Cronfo no. And people were calling for the protection of these drivers because and armed robbery. If Obi call armed robbery, he or she doesn't operate alone.
He's not alone.
A gang.
Yeah.
So just imagine someone who name. What would the other people seeing to the operations? What would they do? So please, the whistleblower they really need protection. Even if they are supposed to bring sorry, even if they are supposed to bring create an online portal where you send an anonymous message and attach your anonymous message as your Momo number. And you know, when you send an anonymous message, it only goes straight to the person. It's not being published publicly or anything. So I feel they should really protect these people. Because even galamseyers, people engage in illegal mining, they don't operate alone. They operate with top officials.
Oh, yeah.
And they even have AK-47. So please, they really need the protection.
Miss Debbie, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So yeah, we were on the topic. President John Dramani Mahama rewarding 10% of gold and cash that will be retrieved if they blow the whistle on anybody who is mining illegally right here in this country. What's your reaction to that?
Well, in a way, it's a good call. In a way, it's sad. Because we've gotten to a point as a country where to lay your hands on evildoers or perpetrators. You are supposed to bring out, there's supposed to be an incentive or a package for the person who is going to fish out that criminal. And that is how far we've gotten to. Like, it's very sad. Even if someone goes to rob and the police is looking for the criminal or the person behind that, they have to come up with a package of say 3,000, 4,000 before they can point out or bring out that criminal. It's very sad as a country, because I feel like there should be ways and means to lay hands on that criminal without even bringing out a package. As a citizen, you should be also like, there should be this kind of patriotism in you. Like,
so you think that you are against the whole 10% reward?
And that's, first of all, I said in a way it's right, in a way for me it's not good. So what if, see, with the 10% it's good but it's not good?
How?
Okay, so the president is giving me 10%.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, I'm not saying Q is involved in illegal mining.
Whatever.
And then I went to see him or catch him red-handed, and then he's telling me that the government is giving me 10%. He is going to give me 40%.
So meaning he is giving you 40% to
he
shut
is
up.
giving me 40% to shut up, and then the president is giving me 10%.
But the issue with whistleblowing is that the person wouldn't even know that you are going to trick him. That's the essence of whistleblowing.
I know, but sometimes, trust me, these people, they are also very good in this things.
But if the person does that, then that's not whistleblowing.
It's not whistleblowing. I know.
That is you being an accomplice to help the person mine illegally in the country. Because from what I know, whistleblowing is that you report
immediately. See that yes, you report it. But see, in some cases, even before you report, the person knows you are going to report about him or her. Depending on
how would the person know?
They will know.
If the person gets to know, then that's not whistleblowing. That's what I'm saying. That if the person gets to know, then that's not whistleblowing. That's a whole terminology on its own. Because we've been in offices.
For me, I don't see it as such. I know you can actually detect something without the knowledge of the person. So that at the end of the day, you, the whistleblower, you don't get yourself into trouble. Because trust me, you're going to be a target to these people. But in a way, in a situation where the person tells you, I'm going to give you 40% and the president is giving you 10%, or anything. So that was just by the way. With the 10% of the president, in a way I feel like it's good, in a way I feel like it's bad. And the good side of my view, or from my perspective, it will actually let everyone in this country be so vigilant. Like, because you need the gold, and 10% of that gold is a huge sum of money. And so you fishing out an illegal miner, or going to a place where you find a community engaging in illegal mining, and then you go out to report and you're getting 10%. It means everybody will want to report something out so that at least you get money from it. So in a way it's good. In a way I feel like it's still not the best solution to stop illegal mining.
Yeah. So anyone out there that knows anybody who is into illegal mining can report the person unanimously and discreetly. And as President Mahama has declared that they are going to protect you, they're going to make sure that you are not made known that you were the one that went to report it, and the gold or cash is retrieved, you are going to get 10% reward. Yesterday, when this news was declared by President John Dramani Mahama, I saw people in the comment section, oh, then I go cash out like 200K this week alone. That should tell you that they know people. So right now that there's money involved in it, why not? I'll take that risk and go, and that 10% can do a whole lot for me. Yeah, so that is what President John Dramani Mahama is saying. Be a whistleblower, not an accomplice. All right, moving on to our next news item. Suspended Chief Justice takes case to ECOWAS courts. Deputy Attorney General Justice Serum Sai has disclosed that the suspended Chief Justice of Ghana, Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu, has filed a fresh application at the ECOWAS Community Court of Justice in Abuja, Nigeria. This legal move seeks redress over her suspension and the process initiated for her possible removal from office. This latest development comes amidst ongoing legal proceedings in Ghana, where 3 separate petitions have been filed seeking her removal. Justice Tokonu, who President John Dramani Mahama suspended under Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution, has already challenged her suspension before both the Supreme Court and the High Court. In a Facebook post on Tuesday, July 8th, Justice Srimsai revealed that the Chief Justice filed her application at the ECOWAS Court on July 4th. According to him, she is invoking claims of human rights violation arising from her suspension without a conclusive determination of the petitions against her. Essentially, her ladyship argues that her suspension, she has effectively been removed from her official capacity without a final determination, impairing her right to function and serve in a position she was constitutionally appointed to, Srimsai stated. Meanwhile, on July 1st, the Attorney General filed a motion at the Human Rights Division of the High Court, seeking to strike out Justice Tokonu's application for judicial review. In the state affidavit disposed by State Attorney General Reginald Ni Odue, the motion claims the application contains a grave misstatement of capacity and fails to include mandatory and essential parties, making it legally defensive. President John Dramani Mahama has emphasized that his administration is adhering strictly to the constitutional processes. Addressing the matter recently, he said the presidency had fulfilled its constitutional mandate and was now awaiting the outcome of the committee tasked with investigating the petition. Yeah, so that is a new development to the suspension of the Chief Justice. The suspended Chief Justice has taken the case to ECOWAS, Abuja. I don't know if that was where she was suspended that she has to take. I don't know how it works, but what are your thoughts on this, Miss Debbie? I don't even know what to say because now it's getting muddy.
Well, with the CJ's case, yesterday when I saw the news, I was laughing.
Of course.
It's kind of funny. Someone who knows the law very well, you've been working with this same law for God knows how many years now, and then you feel like they are trying to push you out, and to you it's against the law, and the only place you feel like you can file this issue because the court is not helping you in a way. So you're filing it at Nigeria. Well, that's your own cup of tea. But you see, the only thing I would say is, even if you file it in the Western world, at the end of it all, whether you are guilty or not, it will be out. Whether you are fair or the accusation leveled against you is wrong or is right, it will still be out for everybody to know. I don't know why she's trying to drag this whole issue. And this is actually prompting some of us to think that there is something behind the scene we don't really know. Because they've petitioned the president concerning maybe one or two things they've noticed not to be right with you. And then you feel like they are not right. The committee who has been appointed by the president to sit on this matter, as it stands now, we've not even heard from their side.
Yeah.
And then you are running with this issue back and forth, here and then.
And she taking it to the ECOWAS, it means that she's making the issue an international issue.
Yeah, she's making it an international issue.
Because ECOWAS.
And in a way, she's trying to say that the court here is not going to help her.
That's what she's saying.
And the court is not going to bring out any positive results concerning the petitions that has been, whatever is in the petition that has been leveled against her. And then you think the court in Nigeria or ECOWAS, they don't really know the law. and so they will work in your favor.
But has it gotten to that extent for her to take it outside the country?
The CJ is not in this alone. There are people behind the scene that are pushing her.
So you think her legal team is actually advising her to be doing all of this?
I believe so.
Because she says she believes her human rights have been violated. Specifically that she was suspended unfairly without due process or final ruling on the petition seeking for her removal. So in her own understanding, if I'm understanding the statement right here, she's trying to say that they should have finished the investigation before suspending her, not suspending her before doing the investigation.
But does she really understand what it means by suspending someone?
Go and rest. Not necessarily because like you've done something bad, but here lies the case. We haven't heard anything right now. She's the only one speaking as it stands now.
That is why I say, we cannot really judge. The committee hasn't said anything. It was recently the president came out to say that they are done with everything that has to do with the CJ, but then the next step will be communicated in further notice. That was it.
From the Supreme Court to the High Court and now to ECOWAS Court.
So if she's guilty, she'll be pushed out. This is suspension. When we were in a country where someone was suspended for 10 months, 10 months to just go and rest, 10 months, I believe with no reasonable reason. And then with your case, you're running here and then, and I'm quite, like, it's quite funny when you see some people actually backing her. This step she's taking is not her. There are people behind her that are actually pushing her to go every mile. And this is what they term it as fighting for your own rights.
Miss Regina, what's your reaction to this? All the way to ECOWAS.
Is there a reaction?
Eh.
Should there even be a reaction? I'm
So-
reactionless. As he said, this is not it's not her own mindset.
You think
Yes.
there's some
there are
backings?
people, oh yes, this one is politically motivated. Wait dear. Because I dare see what Ghana ha what's what they coin. ECOWAS for their foul. Are they the ones who appointed you into power? Or are they the ones who are experiencing what we are experiencing here? Or are she as a Chief Justice, is she deciding for ECOWAS, or what impact does she give to ECOWAS? That is what I don't really understand, because you only send your issue to someone who in a way you benefit from, or who even took you into position or something like that. So is she trying to say that ECOWAS must say, oh, that people should not suspend it, or you people should be reinstated, then we will accept it, then you be in Ghana here, then she should go to ECOWAS and stay there.
So I read on why like the issue had to go to ECOWAS, why she decided to choose ECOWAS. ECOWAS Court of Justice hears cases where a person believes their human rights were violated by a state, and the state is Ghana, even if that person has not received justice in their national courts. So in this case, she feels as if the court here in Ghana is being biased to this particular issue. So she's taking it to ECOWAS for them to give a fair ruling to whatever
Which
application
fair
she's
ruling? The
filing.
ruling here, they've not even completed what they are supposed to do here in Ghana. Into which ruling is that?
I must have bought the camera. Which really is he talking about?
Asem da so o court. Omundi asem ni wiye. So nanka omudi asem ni wiye now you feel say, oh, this final verdict is infringing on your rights. That is why you have the mandate to take it there. But the issue is still in court, and you are saying your human rights has been violated. Yabo.
All right. On
And
that
so
note-
wait, so is she trying to say the other people who were suspended, they are not humans? Is she better than them?
I feel like equality
What,
before the law.
Yes, this EC chair,
Charlotte also.
she was sad. Or she was not sacked.
We didn't hear the debut.
She was sacked, and they were saying that she breached the rules because Julius Deborah gave her a vehicle, and which was a political party is not supposed to gift you something, and you're supposed to take it. So that is what they are saying, that she has breached. Now, on a normal sense,
so it was based on that they used to sack
on a
her.
normal sense, way.
All right. So what if they are friends? So the friend can't gift a car again. Anyways, it's this is where we draw the curtains for the news headline review. Up next, we have Debbie's Girl.
Welcome to Debbie's Grow, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear or favor. The new Patriotic Party General Secretary Justin Frimpong Kodia says the Electoral Commission's decision to rerun the Ablekuma North parliamentary election is illegal. He insists that the court order was strictly for coalition, not a fresh vote. The court made an explicit announcement that the EC, we are giving you an order, go and collate the outstanding polling stations and declare the result. The court never said go and do a rerun, he said. Mr. Kodia explained that the MPP had already scanned all 281 pink sheets from polling stations and independently collated results showing their candidate leading with 34,613 votes against the NDC candidate 34,199, a margin of 414 votes. The MPP says that chaos led to ballot papers being burnt, pink sheets torn, and electoral commission officers being attacked and dragged away from the collation center. At that moment, according to him, the electoral commission did not have some of their pink sheets because they were destroyed. He revealed that the EC eventually rallied on scanned copies of the MPP's pink sheets to attempt collation for some polling stations. This is it's kind of funny, but it's not funny. It looks like anytime someone is being given a position by a particular party and then it turns out that you're not working in their favor, they tend to bite you back. Like it's quite confusing and funny as well, but this is not a funny issue at all. The most important thing we should look up here is that Ablekuma North is lacking a representative. And we are almost heading into the 8th to 9th month. And I think this is the time where the EC is supposed to come out and clarify issues. Because there's a sort of misunderstanding between these two parties. The National Democratic Congress is saying a different issue, bringing out a different result. The New Patriotic Party is also saying something different altogether, and they're also bringing out a different result. So why not the EC coming out to clear the doubts of people? Is the EC not seeing that this is really causing chaos of something? The MPP is saying that the court didn't order the EC to rerun the election, but rather to declare the results. And it was quite unfortunate that we never heard anything about Ablekuma North. After the election, we didn't hear anything about Ablekuma North. The EC is supposed to, clarify us, clear our doubt, and let us know that, oh, fine, maybe in the last election, this was the number of votes that we had from Ablekuma North. Dividing it, the MPP had this, the NDC had it. But these are the challenges we are facing. So we want to rerun the election. Now, the EC, you are quiet. These two political parties are now saying different things altogether. And yesterday I came across a statement from the General Secretary where the New Patriotic Party is calling for the dismissal of the EC. And it was quite funny. They are now calling for the dismissal of the EC because they feel like the EC is not doing something right. And you see, this is not only about the MPP or the NDC. In fact, it is evidence out there that there is something going wrong with the EC. Even if she's not out to speak or say something, we know there is something going on. If Jane Mensah cannot come out and say something, at least he has communication members. She has a spokesperson. And they are trying to keep us in the dark. I spoke about this issue. And I said that the MPP is saying they had no agreement with the EC. The NDC is saying the agreement was all the 37 police stations should be rerun. But the EC is saying she's going to run only 19 polling stations. Whose report are we to believe now? And yesterday there was a conference by the New Patriotic Party. I believe at the forecourt of the candidates representing Ablekuma North in the New Patriotic Party. And they said they are not going to be present. They are not going to vote. They are not going to, they said a lot of things. They are not going to involve themselves in the upcoming election. And so they know who the winner is. The only thing they want right now is the EC to declare that Ekuya Efriye, representing the New Patriotic Party, has won as the Member of Parliament for Ablekuma North. So why not the EC coming out to say something at least? And as it stands now, we don't even know who won. In the previous election, we don't know who won. The NDC are saying they won. The MPP are saying it was their representative that won the election. And most of these constituents said they were there. When the votes were collated, they were there. They saw everything. And so they know who won the election. And everyone is actually entitled to their opinion though. If I am for Ekuya Efriye and I'm there, definitely I would say that she won the election. If I am for Abena, I would definitely say she won the election. But as to who won among the two of them, it is only the EC that can tell us the actual truth. But the EC is quiet. Why wouldn't they call for her dismissal? The EC is quiet. And some people are saying that the office of the EC is being intruded by a higher force. Let me say unseen spirit. It's like the EC has been glued. And just this morning, the MPP has filed a case in court against the EC. So if you're saying they not partaking in the election is not a big deal, because whether you partake or not, people will still go and vote for who they want to vote for. And this is not supposed to cause panic. This is not supposed to cause any disruption or distraction, because the people, they know who they want to vote for. They know who will bring development into their constituency. They know who will listen to them. So you can shout, shout, shout. The NDC can shout. The MPP, they can shout. But it is the people that will vote. When they get there, they know who to vote for. And they'll definitely pick a representative. The only problem we have is that whether the results that will be gathered will be treated in a fairly way. It will be transparent. Because as it stands now, the EC is lacking competence. From where I sit, as it stands now, the view is that the EC is not fair enough. The EC is not transparent. There is no trust in the EC. And how do you expect the people to trust you when what they're expecting to see is not what they are seeing? And to the two parties, I feel like the comedy they've shown is enough. This is saying this is saying that, and definitely you fight for your own because you want your person to lead. What we want to see is that for Ablekuma not to have a representative. And that is all we are longing for. But to the EC, whether you come out to speak or not, your office is hanging. It's better to do the right thing, or you get knocked out. Thank you for making time with me on Davis Grill.
Thank you so much for that, girl. Miss Regina, on Today in History.
Today in history, the bloc was launched on 9th July 2002 in Durban, South Africa. The intention of the AU was to replace the Organization of African Unity, established on 25th May 1963 in Addis Ababa by 32 signatory governments. The OAU was disbanded on 9th July 2002. Moving on, 2011, this day, South Sudan officially declared its independence, becoming the world's newest nation. This followed a referendum in January of that year where an overwhelming majority of South Sudanese voters chose to separate from Sudan. 1975 this day, the MPLA, Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola, captured Luanda on July 9th, marking a significant step towards Angola's independence from Portugal. 1989, today in history. Mogadishu was assassinated while the identity of the killer has never been determined. The Bar regime would immediately lay the blame on Islamic fundamentalists. This day is observed as National Dimples Day. It is a day dedicated to appreciating the unique beauty and charm of dimples. It is a celebration of smiles, individuality, and the delightful genetic traits that add a little something extra to a person's face. The day was created to promote self-love and community, encouraging people to embrace their unique features and those of others. This day is also observed Fashion Day. It is celebrated each day to appreciate the art and creativity of fashion and for individuals to express themselves through clothing and accessories. The day also recognizes the cultural significance of fashion and its role in personal and societal identity. Lastly, While loud noises are bothersome to many, people with misophonia experience especially strong emotional, psychological, and behavioral responses. So this day, July 9th, is World Misophonia Awareness Day, organized by the non-profit So Quiet. The goal is to increase support for people living with this condition. People with misophonia experience overwhelming and involuntary reactions to everyday sounds and other sensory experiences. These triggers may result in feelings of anger, anxiety, or disgust. While some people may only have one triggering sound, others have multiple. And that's all for today on Observances of the Day and Today in History, live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for Today in History. And this is where we draw the curtains for the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Thank you for joining us.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, and I'm with level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Braille, our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're going to talk about our culture, our history. Martin Ding said about Sam. No, on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say, no artists go join me in the studio. We're going to discuss about music and business. Or you singer and now you rapper, you think say you get bars, you go fit spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios, our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and say this what I say baba live on Facebook, Kointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page in this. So now listen, be your fire. 1 year, Wading,
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news broadcast live on GhanaTalks Radio. In today's news bulletin, Ghana earns 5 billion from 51.5 tons of gold export. President Mahama unveils whistleblower initiative to combat illegal mining. The New Patriotic Party boycotts Ablekuma North rerun, demanding a Free Years declaration. Frank Anodomprel pushes for decentralized scholarship system. These and many more coming up shortly. And sports, business, and showbiz. Do stay with us for the details. President John Dramani Mahama has announced Ghana has earned a significant 5 billion from the export of 51.5 tons of gold this year. According to the president, this substantial revenue is playing a crucial role in stabilizing the Ghanaian cedi. The president says the boost in gold export is a testament to the government's effort in promoting the mining sector and ensuring the country's natural resources are harnessed effectively. The revenue generated from gold exports is expected to have a positive impact on the economy, supporting national development initiatives and strengthening Ghana's foreign reserves. These achievements underscores the significance of mining sector to Ghana's economy and demonstrates the potential for further growth and development in the industry.
By May alone, the Gold Board had exported 11 tons of gold valued at USD 1.1 billion. Actually, it's in May alone, the gold board exported 11 tons of gold valued at 1.1 billion US dollars. Cumulatively from January, exports from the small-scale sector reached 51.5 tons, which is valued at approximately 5 billion US dollars.
In related news, President Mahama has announced a new whistleblower incentive scheme to combat illegal mining and gold smuggling in the country. Under this scheme, informants will be eligible to receive 10% of the seized gold or its equivalent in cash. This initiative aims to encourage citizens to report illegal mining activities and support the government's effort to protect the country's natural resources. The government has been intensifying its effort to combat illegal mining, with significant progress made in reclaiming forest reserves and tightening mining regulations. In addition, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, emphasized the government's commitment to eradicating galamsey, describing it as a form of terrorism against the country's natural resources.
Every member of the task force will operate under strict oversight. All officers will wear body cameras in every operation they undertake. Vehicles used by the task force will be GPS tracked and monitored in real time during operations. A written warrant from the CEO is required before any field operation is undertaken. Now this is the sweetest one. Whistleblower channels are in place, and informants are eligible to receive 10% of the seized gold or cash value. So whistleblowers, get ready. If you blow the whistle on anybody and gold is retrieved or cash is retrieved, you'll get 10% of the value of both the gold and the cash. And so to the task force, let me be clear. Abuse of your authority will not be tolerated, and any officer found engaging in misconduct will face immediate sanctions. And these could include dismissal, prosecution, and forfeiture of your entitlements. And so let this serve as a warning to all those involved in gold smuggling and the illegal trade. The law is going to be enforced without fear or favor. The Gold Board Act prohibits unlicensed trading and bans foreigners from purchasing gold on the local market. Any breach of this act could lead to a hefty fine of up to 2.4 million Ghana cedis or imprisonment of 5 to 10 years, or both. You can be imprisoned for between 5 to 10 years and still pay the fine. So this is a warning to those involved in the illicit gold trade. However, foreign entities may apply to Gold Board for licenses to offtake gold or invest in refining and value addition.
The New Patriotic Party has announced its withdrawal to participate in the rerun elections scheduled for Friday in Ablekuma North. Instead, the party is calling on the Electoral Commission to finalize the collation of results and declare their candidate, Ekuefrie, as the winner. The New Patriotic Party's decision comes after the EC announced a rerun election in the Ablekuma North, citing irregularities. However, the MPP is contesting this decision, arguing their candidate should not be declared based on the initial result. The party's stance is that the EC should finalize the collation of results and declare their candidate a victory rather than proceeding with the rerun election. They believe it is the most appropriate course of action.
Our engagement with you this morning is very simple. that we have our evidence, undeniable evidence, overwhelming evidence to clearly show that we won the Ablekumanov parliamentary elections. And yesterday, when National Executive Committee met, we said that under no circumstances will we be intimidated. Under no circumstances will we be coerced to go for a rerun. We will not go for any rerun. The New Patriotic Party will not go for any rerun. We have won the elections. We have won the elections. What we are asking the Electoral Commission is to follow the court directive, to finish the coalition and declare our candidate Ekuafie as the MP-elect for Ablekumanov.
And that was from the New Patriotic Party. Moving on, the Majority Chief Whip in Parliament and Member of Parliament for Nsawam Edwejuri, Frank Anodompre, is pushing for the decentralization of scholarship administration in Ghana as part of a new bill. The proposed reforms is to improve the scholarship administration process to ensure deserving students across the country benefit from the government. According to him, decentralizing of scholarship administration applications is more accessible to Ghanaians nationwide, particularly those in remote areas.
It's not just about meritocracy. The previous government, I recall, I made a call for scholarship secretariat to be decentralized. And the previous MPP government has set the tone. So we shouldn't just focus on the meritocracy. That aspect. We should also focus on decentralizing the scholarship secretariat. That, for me, will be the trust and the game changer.
In other news, the Majority Leader Mahama Ayariga has criticized the Minority Leader Alexander Fenyo-Makin over what he deems as the recent attempt to use Parliament as a platform to intimidate state institutions executing their duties. This comes in response to an attempt by the Minority Leader to condemn the Economic and Organized Crime Office, YOCO, for the 2-week detention of former Chief Executive Officer of the National Food Buffer Stock Company, Abdul Wahab, who is currently under investigation for suspected economic crimes. Speaking on the floor of Parliament, Mahama Ayariga charged the Minority Leader to seek legal redress if Abdul Wahab's rights have been violated.
I have a problem where we try to use this house as a platform to intimidate executive arms of government doing their work. The Constitution is very clear on the remedies available to anybody who claims a violation of his or her rights. The Constitution is very clear. If anyone feels that his rights have been violated, you go to the courts.
Honorable Majority
and you
Leader.
Seek a remedy there.
Honorable Majority Leader.
You report,
Honorable
you make a
Majority
report
Leader.
to the Human Rights Committee of this House.
Yes. Honorable.
You heard from the Majority Leader, Mahama Ayariga. Moving on, the Ministry of Education and E-Learning Africa have taken a significant steps towards improving digital education in the country. The two parties have signed a memorandum of understanding to promote e-learning and strengthen foundational education across the country. The partnership, formalized through a memorandum, reaffirms government's commitment to invest in digital learning infrastructure and support innovation in education. Deputy Minister of Education Dr. Clement Apak retreated government's dedication to expanding access to e-learning resources across schools in the country. He added that when we welcome delegates to Accra, our national capital, from the 3rd to the 5th June for the 8th edition of E-Learning Africa, we will be showcasing not just our business but our nation's remarkable progress and transformation through initiatives. The Electronic Learning Africa has been active on the continent for over 2 decades, working closely with government to enhance digital learning systems. Despite facing challenges like unreliable internet access and poor digital infrastructure, the organization continues to drive innovation in the education sector. Leader of e-Learning Africa, Rebecca Stroya, praised Ghana's efforts in embracing digital education and emphasized the need for sustained collaboration. The agreement aims to build capacity and improve foundational learning outcomes in underdeserved communities through the use of modern digital tools. As digital learning continues to evolve, this new partnership could play a vital role in shaping the future of education in Ghana. In business, Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Abdullahi Jinapor, has announced a nationwide power interruption scheduled for Sunday, July 13th, as part of maintenance works by gas suppliers. The disruption will result from a temporary shutdown of gas valves to allow for rehabilitation works aimed at increasing gas output. Speaking at a groundbreaking ceremony for the reconstruction of the 161 kilowatt to Kumasi transmission line on July 8th, Mr. Jinapor explained that any planned maintenance will temporarily halt gas supply, leading to expected short-term power outages. The Energy Minister assured that while there may be some inconvenience, the upgrade will significantly benefit the energy sector by boosting gas supply to the national grid. The Energy Minister also assured the public of taking all the necessary steps to minimize the impact of power interruption.
As part of efforts to bring about overall efficiency, we are working to involve the private sector in the distribution sector. And I want to encourage Ghanaian entrepreneurs to take an active interest in this project or program so that Ghanaians can continue to own the commanding heights of the economy. We are working to expand access to electricity, and I want to thank the Finance Minister in particular, the hard-working Honorable Kasiel Atefosun, for his continued support. I must admit that, but for the Finance Minister, the sector would have had it very, very tough. And so let me commend the Honorable Atefosun for all the support he is giving to this sector. We are working to improve the tariff setting mechanism in collaboration with the PURC to bring about transparency and efficiency and digitize the sector.
To sports, NASCO Ghana, the nation's leading electronics brand, cemented its commitment to celebrating Ghanaian football excellence by presenting state-of-the-art appliance to the 2025 Ghana Football Awards home-based male and female players of the year. In a heartfelt gesture, NASCO awarded Razak Simpson of Nations FC and Mary Bekwe of Police Ladies with a 65-inch 4K smart LED television and an energy-efficient inverter air condition at 2 distinct ceremonies held in Accra. The first presentation took place at the sleek Electroland Ghana office. Razak Simpson, the formidable defender whose commanding presence fortified Nations FC backline throughout the season, was honored as the home-based male player of the year. The event, attended by NASCO executives, was a celebration of Razak's gifts and leadership on the pitch. The NASCO Ghana's managing director handed over the gleaming 65-inch NASCO F4K smart LED television and a high-performance inverter air condition to visibly moved Razak. NASCO is proud to support Ghana's football heroes. Razak's dedication inspires us all. We are thrilled to enhance his home with our cutting-edge technology. Razak, known for his composure under pressure, expressed his gratitude. "This is a huge honor," he said, his voice filled with pride. "NASCO's generosity motivates me to keep pushing for excellence. This gift will make my home a place of comfort and joy for my family." Later that day, the spotlight shifted to the police CID headquarters in Accra, when Mary Bekwe, the electrifying 37-year-old midfielder for Police Ladies, was celebrated as the home-based female player of the year. Mary's prolific goal scoring and relentless energy on field earned her the prestigious title, and NASCO Ghana ensured her achievement was marked with distinction. In a ceremony attended by the Director CID, DCOP Lydia Donko, senior police officials, and NASCO marketing manager Adisa Ibrahim, Mary received her 65-inch NASCO 4K smart LED television and inverter air conditioner. The set and steep in the pride of the Ghana Police Service added a unique to the occasion. Adisa Ibrahim, NASCO marketing manager, presented the gift. This recognition means the world to me and my team, she said. NASCO gifts are not just rewards, but a reminder of the support we have to keep breaking barriers in women's football. The dual presentation underscored NASCO Ghana's ongoing dedication to uplifting local talent. NASCO Ghana ensured that both players' prizes were delivered to their homes, transforming their life spaces into heavens of comfort and entertainment. The gleaming appliances showcased during the ceremony symbolized NASCO's commitment to quality and its dedication to uplifting Ghana's football heroes. The Ghana Football Awards became more than a celebration of athletic prowess. It was a testament to the power of corporate support and championing local talent. NASCO Ghana's thoughtful presentations at the Electoral Land Office and Police CID headquarters left an indelible mark, with Razak and Mary's prizes serving as enduring reminders of their stellar achievement. NASCO's role in honoring Ghana's football stars shone as brightly as the players themselves. In showbiz, fast-rising Ghanaian musician Debbie Sway has shared her thoughts on maintaining professionalism in the music industry. According to her, music is her passion and she intends to dedicate herself fully to her craft. Debbie stressed the significance of drawing a clear line between personal life and professional life, particularly for female artists. She said this when she appeared during an interview. The budding musician believes that some artists struggle with this separation, which can perpetuate negative stereotypes. Debbie expressed her commitment to delivering high-quality music and working diligently towards her goal. She plans to maintain her professionalism as long as she remains in the music industry, ensuring that her fans receive the best possible product. While she is currently focused on her music career, she hinted that if circumstances change, she may consider stepping away from the industry. However, for now, she is dedicated to putting her best foot forward and striving for excellence in her craft. The Afrobeat anthem, which captured the raw emotions of longing for true love, has struck a chord with the listeners, sparking viral conversations. And that is how we end it for now on the morning news broadcast. I will be back with subsequent news bulletin later in the afternoon. My name is Deborah Adosu. Do have a blessed morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bliss.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Good morning to you. A cold good morning to you, wherever you are watching and listening us from in the studios of Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Pakwesi Omare, your regular host, and today I'm shivering because of the weather. Lucky for you, I know you are in your bedrooms and under your bed sheets, heating yourself up. Probably some incentives added to it in a way that we can't really discuss here, but yeah, don't worry, we are coming to serve you the hottest of your breakfast, as I have in the studios with me my regular Wednesday twins, Peter and Paul, to Peter and Paul. But good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. Peter, dear, now by and by, you entire who are on Paul. Abeshan. People in power. EMP, money, young fan, on wines. Now, EMP, you are saying, yeah, by Juma. I say, only bang your fine. Idamba. Only bang your fine, Ibrahim fan announced a fine. Only bang Casa, so they are not quite on that. Only bang Casamine. Nah, and the epe, and the uncreate pay, mom. Do call and channel catch my wife. Peter,
bro,
I'll be.
By the grace of God and good governance, we are okay.
Sure. You are looking fine, pal. Hey.
Not really, because things are
not really saying.
Things are a bit okay. The dollar is down. Fuel prices are okay. The government is doing well.
Okay.
So when the atmosphere is okay, if the dollar, because Ghana, though we as a country, our main currency is the cedi, but we trade in dollars. So if the dollar is okay, in a way it affects the whole atmosphere.
Okay. So that's why you are looking dashing this morning.
Oh, that's the usual shirt I wear. Everything I wear is something.
No, but it's not even just about your outfit. I mean, your skin alone, your face. Hey, Charlie.
No, one thing is, I'm from the mountains. The Okapi Mountain have a very nice weather. So, if not anything, I'm enjoying the weather from the Okapi Mountains.
Okay. Paul.
Mr. Murray.
Oh, Charlie. Our condolences to you and your folks.
It's very sad. Honorable Witness Yakumi was a very good friend.
Wow.
It was a very, very good friend.
Wow.
Yeah, I campaigned for him during the primaries when he contested Amasi in 2019 or 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, I campaigned for him very, very, very well. So my condolences to the family, to the MPP, the majority in Parliament, and to all Ghanaians. Yeah,
okay.
Because it can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Things like this can happen to everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, let me put it that way. It can happen to everybody. Yeah.
Sure.
We pray BDMP. Upon the first one we win. Second one, even it's still in court. You get it. It's no easy. No one just said they na ya better na eden. Ija. MP the crown person the crown. Just 6 months in Parliament.
Yeah.
Okay. So being like I said, we should all know that one day we all live and we should leave a good legacy behind. Whilst we are living, let's love each other. Because one day we all live.
Sure.
We all live, yeah.
Sure.
And I in age 40, at 40 years, we are 41 this year.
Oh,
yeah, so it's very sad. Such a young man. But Mr. Murray, I'm not happy.
Why?
On Monday, I learned there was this issue about this LGBTQ, which happened on Monday. And then there was some voting that happened. And then I learned Ghana abstained itself from voting.
Okay.
When we come to Ghana here, we are trying everything to criminalize this LGBTQ.
Okay.
I mean, we are trying everything possible. And then this advocacy was led by this current government.
Okay.
You get it? Sam George was leading this advocacy very, very, very well.
Okay.
Trying to make sure we criminalize this LGBTQ. The president, the current sitting president, made it clear to us that when he comes, he's also going to sign the bill fast, and he's also not to support with this, and then he will try to criminalize it. There was a voting going on. There was this voting that went on Monday about this LGBTQ, about human rights violation and abuse and other things. I learned the human rights, just not the UN, had this thing they call like they have this that they protect this LGBTQ people. Yeah, because it's about human rights.
Sure.
It's about human rights. So they have this now that protects them. Some act that protects them. From discrimination, from violence and other abuse and other things. And then they were to extend that advocacy to still protect them. And we are asked to vote. Either we are in support for the extension or we are against it.
Okay.
And as a country that we are trying to criminalize this LGBTQ, I think this was a very good place or a very good stand to let the world know that we are against it.
Okay.
At least a vote for no will let everybody know that yes,
it will give some clarity.
Some clarity that Ghana, because we are here when people from South Africa, outside this country, came here. So this will send an information to the international community that Ghana is against this thing.
Sure.
But if you're staying from it, it's like I don't know whether you are scared or you don't know your stand. Whether if you vote for, you might be questioned, or if you vote against, you might be questioned. No.
Okay.
You should be clear. And then for now, you also have the NDC has the majority in parliament. Yeah, the NDC has the majority in parliament. Almost about 180 parliamentarians.
Okay.
Now they have the majority. And according to Honorable Itim Fojo, the bill has been sent to parliament. The anti-LGBTQ bill has been sent to parliament, according to Honorable Itim Fojo.
Okay.
His MP for Ascent South. Okay. Yeah. We are just waiting. At least we want by the end of this year. But the first 6 months is gone.
Okay.
At least by the end of this year, we are just praying the NDC with the majority in parliament, with the help of the MPP, let them approve and pass this bill.
Okay.
Let them approve and pass this bill at least by the end of this year.
Okay.
And let's say a demonstration. I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you. Yes, a demonstration by the end of this year. Let Parliament approve and pass this bill, and let the President assent to the bill.
Okay.
It's very simple. Now they have the majority. According to Honorable Tim Ford, the bill has been sent to Parliament. We are just waiting for them. It shouldn't take more than 6 months.
Okay.
Even like before the finance minister will even come with the budget, I was like, they shouldn't pass before it will even get there.
Okay. Okay.
You get there. So we all when we were in opposition, sorry, when we were in power, I was in support of the anti-LGBTQ bill. I was in support because I don't support this thing because I don't know. I'm not having a child, and I'll be having more children, and I'm scared that she be.
Yeah.
So I was in support of the anti-LGBTQ, and my stand is still the same. I'm still in support of the anti-LGBTQ.
Okay.
Okay. The campaign it's Yekufado. So you must say, Maba, Yen pass a bill, not president, and I sent it to the bill, and be Bia and Koboko.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much to Paul. Peter.
Oh, good morning, especially to the good people for Fenso South. I give them this morning, especially to our DC, Honorable Frank. I've heard he's doing very well in Offenso. I have a short statement for my party people. What I'm telling members of the NDC, especially those of us who work hard to bring the party to power, is that we need to take note.
Yeah.
Our party is in power, but the president is for Ghana. So I think, was it 2 days ago, one of my godmothers, Dr. Mary we see
Okay.
raise an issue telling party members and food soldiers to take their time. People are trying to misinterpret whatever she said. What the woman is saying is that we should understand that when it comes to politics, it's not only those of us who work, the food soldiers, who only lead the party to power.
Okay.
We have serious people who are undertone, who maybe because of the office they occupy or the position they occupy, they can't come out fully to say they are in support of whatever the party is doing.
Okay.
But these people fuel the party with finance. The monies the party brought for us to use in the various constituencies. The party doesn't have any company.
Okay.
The party doesn't have any shop where they sell to get money. The party, when the party is in opposition, the main source of funding is individuals who donate to the party. So we should, in a way, some way you feel bad, like my party is in power. I need to get a new job. I need to get a job. I need to get this. I need to get that. But one thing we need to notice is that if you look at the NDC party list and the MPP party list, the vote the two parties had in this election, the vote we had was more than our membership. Meaning we have a number of Ghanaians who are neither MPP or MPP or NDC, but still go to the polls and vote for NDC and MPP. So what I will tell my colleague food soldiers, my colleague communicators, is that our party is in power. We should first try to identify opportunities around ourselves, because nobody can give you 10,000 Ghana cedi every month, but you can identify opportunity around your community where you see a leader you think who can push it for you, so that you can take advantage of that and also make money. So that is one thing that we should understand. The government is doing well. Let's support the appointees. We should manage our expectations. If somebody give you 1 and you are expecting 10, manage the 1 and wait. A time will come that you get the rest of the 9. Those of us who are hoping to get appointment, what I'll tell you is, we should pray for those who already have the appointment. There are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of positions that are not being filled. So let's minimize our expectation. We should not be too hard on government appointees, but we should pray for them that they do good work. The 24-hour economy that is in is something that we can take advantage as party members. That's one thing I believe in. If your party is in power, monitor the government initiatives, check how you can take advantage of them, so that you can also make something out of it. Before I draw the curtains down, my brother was raising the point, Ghana exempting itself from voting about LGBTQ. I've not read about it all, but one thing I would say is, Ghana, since inception, or Ghana joined the international organization, mostly have been non-aligned. Let me tell you something. This anti-LGBTQ in the international market, or in the international level, it go beyond America, UK, but it's more of socialist bloc and the capitalist bloc. You will check all the capitalist nations are for LGBTQ, and all the socialist nations are against LGBTQ. So you see that Russia and the allies are all against LGBTQ plus, and the US and its allies are all for it. Ghana exempting ourselves doesn't mean we are for it, but what we mean is Ghana as a nation is a sovereign nation, that we don't need America to dictate to us what we want to do. And our president have shown that when he went to that conference, was it in Belgium, where he met this guy Bigil, and Bigil gave him some decided to donate some money to Ghana. He made it clear the amount of money US is spending on bombs, that and the amount the world need to end some serious pandemics. That statement, it's not easy for you to get an African president to make those statements, and he was bold at a UN meeting to make that powerful statement. So Ghana and the NDC and the president is against LGBTQ plus and its communities. the government is against it.
Okay.
But what we need to understand is when it comes to international diplomacy, we as a nation we should tackle issues very tactfully. If not that, it go back to hunters. But in our nation, we have our own way of making laws to prohibit some activities in our nation. So Ghana is no way in support of it.
Okay.
Ghana have been non-aligned since inception.
Okay.
Check. Apart from our president, our former president Akufo-Addo, who voted, was it last 2-3 years on an issue?
Okay.
Yes, in support of. I've forgotten the actual issue. Most of our presidents have never voted when it comes to those issues. But when it comes to our country, we have our own rules, we have our own laws that guide us.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the point he made. You know, we are a sovereign nation, right? Yeah. So when we go to the international community, we should also be firm as a sovereign nation.
Okay.
No double standards.
Okay.
What we are trying to criminalize here, we are voting on it.
Okay.
Something we are trying to criminalize. It's not like we are hiding it. We are trying to criminalize this LGBTQ.
Can you tell us the outcome of the voting?
Pardon? They still voted for, but it be a no crana because the outcome is still they all voted for them to continue it.
Okay.
Maybe some of them maybe like our vote might also count.
Okay. But do you know?
My issue is that wherever we go, wherever we stand, let the international community know that this is our stand.
Okay.
No matter where we are, we are a sovereign nation, like you said. Sure. We can't depend on them. We are not dependent on any country.
Sure.
We are not scared of any country.
Sure.
We are not scared of any international body, being it IMF, being it UN, being it WHO, being it whatever. We are not scared of any international body, and we are not scared of any country.
Sure.
So wherever we are, we should just be firm. We should just be bold. Let them know that this is what their countries who voted no. Their country, they came out to vote no, and then they are working freely. I'm going to be any
yeah.
But if you abstain from it, it's like double standard. It's like when you go to the international community, you are scared to say it loud that you are against it. Okay. But when you come back to the country, you come and tell us you are for it.
Okay.
You get it. So we should know how we are doing it. If you are against it, the international community knows that you are against it.
Okay.
You and you talk about to be named, so you are against it. But this is an issue. It's very sensitive issue in this country. Initially, this anti-LGBTQ first not a word. Not give some more, but yes, and then one I'm pushing say young criminalizing with the help of some judge advocating for it strongly. One I'm pushing that and say you know where you're doing it, the agenda you're doing behind.
Okay.
But you know Akufo-Addo was a human rights lawyer.
Okay.
Pass a human rights lawyer, and then he can't do this.
Okay.
As a lawyer for human rights.
No.
That's why
the president. No.
Let me land. That's why the MP from Adina, Susu Javier Francis. Honorable, let me add honorable to his name.
Okay.
Do you get it? He was against the anti-LGBTQ because he's a human rights lawyer. Do you get it? So when Sandra was pushing that advocacy, he was strongly against it. Okay. Because of his stand as a human rights lawyer. And then the international community should be watching him as a human rights lawyer. Wherever it doesn't matter wherever he is now. He's not a parliamentarian. He's now whatever, but he's still a human rights lawyer. President Nubedi between. The MP between, but you still have the certificate as a lawyer. Who's there to protect human rights?
Yeah.
You get it? That's why Francis Osu, I wasn't, when he was doing that, I wasn't so overwhelmed or I wasn't surprised. Because I see him as a human rights lawyer.
Okay.
And that should be his stand. He has to fight for human rights.
Okay.
You get it? Yeah, so that's it.
Okay.
But my stand is that wherever we are, let's just be fair, let's just declare. This is our stand. When it comes to the LGBTQ. Because we are the same people who push out to make it to bring it to law, to make it a criminal offense.
Okay.
They are the same people. So wherever we are, it's very simple.
All right. P, you wanted to.
One important thing my brother need to understand is that when it comes to this international voting and etc. This issue, as you are speaking, in UK, they are practicing the LGBTQ. If you go to US, some states practice it. Even in the US, some states are against it.
Okay.
It's not all the states in the US.
Okay.
So one thing is, your vote at that meeting will not change anything. Because you can't, that decision at that UN meeting cannot change the mind of the US.
The vote can do something.
It can't do anything.
If the vote counts and then the no are many.
So, I have forgotten we have 5 nations that have the power of veto. After even voting, even if US alone say they are against it, it will not work.
But at least you would know that.
At
least you know that you voted no.
No.
At least the country know that no. Ghana went there and then voted against it. That's what we want to know. That Ghana went there and voted against it. Whether you vote or you vote, whether it will count or it not count. Like I'm sitting here.
But Paul,
it's better.
When we were talking, he made you speak. Let him finish. We have quite some time.
I'm coming. It's better as a nation for we to make a law in Ghana that prohibits that LGBTQ plus than to go to UN conference and vote no.
Okay.
Because the US, let me tell you something. Ghana is not part of the veto power nations.
Okay.
And US is for it.
Okay.
So meaning even no amount of vote will change that.
Okay.
No amount of vote will change that. Right. Because they are part of the V5 nations. For them, they have the power to, if one of them just say no, the vote there is null and void.
All right.
So the most important thing is individual nations who went to that conferences, who went and vote no, so go to your nation and make that a crime.
Okay. That's fair.
And one thing is the NDC is not saying the fact that we are against gay, when a gay is caught in the community, we should kill the person. We still believe one is a condition.
But
we believe
everything will be in the bill. Everything will be in the bill. So
no, allow me.
Everything will be
yes,
in the bill.
we believe it's a condition.
Yeah.
Some people are naturally born like that.
Okay.
Some people are naturally they are born. They don't have. I have a friend. I'm coming. I have a friend. A lady. She's now about 40 years now. She's not married. She one upon a time told me, I was advising her to get married. He told me she have feelings for ladies. I was shocked. At that time, this news of LGBTQ was not common.
Yeah.
I said, hey, he said, and she was even able to tell me some ladies that I know that when she sees them, she feels for them.
Wow.
So she doesn't want to get close to them.
Wow.
Oh, I also attended a boys' school, and I attended a boys' school, and then same thing.
So what?
You have guys there.
So somebody like that need help.
Okay.
But we are pushing for us to pass the bill.
Passing the bill means.
But everything will be in the bill.
No. Yes. What I mean is
that. We want to know what's in the bill.
What is in the bill?
Criminal.
The criminalization
is. Make it a crime.
No, criminalization is we allowing them like the time of. Do you know Emmanuel Odonko, the guy who was the Ghana president for gay when during your time, who mounted up? Do you know that guy is my course mate in the university?
Oh, okay.
We read the same course in UDS. We sat in the same class, not just this in the same classroom.
Okay.
So I'm coming.
Yes, talk.
You are talking about somebody mounting the bill, somebody mounting the billboard.
A billboard.
By this bill that they're going to pass, I know even if you are being caught having sex with the same gender,
yes,
you might be prosecuted.
Yes.
You get it? So this bill, whatever is in the bill, it will still be against, like you are saying, some people have their
no.
So it will still be against their rights.
No, if you take your time and read the bill,
it will still be against their rights.
The one that your president didn't sign.
Yeah.
The one that Akufo didn't sign.
Yeah.
In that bill, there was a primary healthcare aspect of it, where people who have that condition will be given the chance to be taken through some therapy, so that.
Fine, that's what I'm saying. Fine, people will be taken through therapy and other things.
Yes.
People will be going through rehab or whatever that will psych their minds and other things. Fine, but the main thing is that. If they are still being caught, because feelings like feelings my big girls or fat girls, feelings slim girls, what I say, yeah, opa faniko for psych and agency they say ubulu you can psych that agency ubulu yes then boy. Enfa. Obiso no pedat skin girls, obi up fair skin girls. What I say?
No, after you.
Opa psych and agency say na trying. But I attended a boys' school. I attended a boys' school. I won't mention name because I'm on air. Yeah. But I had one classmate who is my class, my class. I won't mention his name because I'm not in class in the Munim. He came out to say he's a proud gay.
Wow. During school time.
During school time. Okay. Said he's not like he's a gay. He's a proud gay. Okay. No matter what you do, and he's getting money. He's making money.
Out of the gays.
Yeah, he's making money.
How
yes,
I don't know if
they make money.
Him or those sleep with they give him money or what. I don't know.
Wow.
No, you see.
So he's making money and then now or then car. It's a gay crying talk.
Listen. Do you know that the challenge the former president had was that there was even one person who was close to the presidency that even lay people were saying that person was a gay,
but they don't have evidence.
Oh, there are a lot of evidence. Don't go there.
And those never bring an evidence. This now treat them as an allegations. Yeah, I'll treat them as an allegations.
They were having people in their government who were popular gays.
So I'll treat them as allegations because nobody's having evidence.
My brother is aware, but he just don't want to talk.
I can't just come sit here and open my mouth. What I said is someone came to say he's a proud gay. That one don't like catch him.
And somebody,
but I cannot just be there and be reasoning for somebody that this person is a gay.
And somebody who was also known in the former government was a proud gay that he was causing harm to a lot of young people.
You have evidence. You have evidence.
I have
evidence.
Because
if you are being called me, matching with assembly home. No, and it's good you're not mentioning name. And also, let me applaud our General Secretary about this Ablekumanov issue.
Okay.
Yesterday he did a press conference and I'm very happy. Our stance on the Ablekuma
Friday we have issue.
Our stance remain the same.
That you are not part.
Yes, because
you know you lost.
No. We won with the margin of 414 votes. We listen, every election since 2016 after we went to the court in 2012 after 2012 petition, we've been collating our result in 2016. We've been collecting our result even before the day breaks. So the day ends around 12 a.m. We will know whether we've won or we've lost the election. That's why Dr. Baumia came out early to declare
that Ghanaians have rejected him.
No. That to concede defeat. He came out early because we collected our results. We are not going to wait for the EC. You must say alpha. Okay. We don't have to wait say EC and collect BBA and we.
So Friday you are not going to participate in the election.
The EC initially said only 3 police stations that you don't have the pink sheet. That's what we all agreed on. Even you claim that if you are being given police and other things, you can make sure you declare that results. If you are being given security and other things, why the U10 and you're telling us 19 police stations?
I'm surprised today. The MPP is going against this EC.
No.
Their own pocket EC.
I'm not against. I'm not against the EC. I'm not against the EC. Let me land.
The decision of the EC.
Exactly.
But what I'm trying to say is this same EC. No.
Let me land.
I don't want a situation where my brother last year was here just saying the EC, the woman is doing well, the woman is what. Today you are saying,
no. See, listen.
What have changed?
Listen, if the woman comes out the station, that is about say I can't tell the police stations. You need the police or security agencies to aid her to declare the results. We all support. You are all in support.
You were in support.
Yeah, you are all in support because just 3 police stations. I said you need this. You can just declare it. Yeah. You can just collect the results and declare it.
Sure.
So that was our stand. Why the U10? And even we had meetings. And in that meetings, we opposed about this 19 police stations. The round of 19 police stations. Yeah. We opposed it. Mr. Ivas Makon, our elections research officer, was there, and he opposed it. That we are not going to support this because why? The 19, or if you never 19, all of a sudden, I got 3. So if you never 19, you get it. That's where the confusion starts. That's where the confusion starts. I can't 2019 police stations. You see, all of a sudden, knock at 3, then you can collect everything and declare the results. Now you are telling us 19. How and when? The EC is doing everything to protect his job. Madam Jimensa, let me be honest with you. I have to be honest with you. Yeah? I just want to tell this thing plainly. Hey, you cannot do anything to protect this job. Okay. After CJ, like CJ is trying harder, pushing harder. See, after CJ, yeah, also. Me, I know this, and then for the fact that after Mahama has begun this, let's try to compensate the families of those who lost their lives during the 2020 elections. I started. When say you bought the EC, what no say ejuma beto so. Just understand it. Officially, the team say is a Juma better so she should just whatever she do cannot save her job. This sudden U10 cannot save her job. Officially, the team.
Oh, so
are you
trying to tell me the EC is not fair?
I'm saying the decision she has taken now. Just stand.
No. But so meaning he was working for you now. He's not working for you.
I've not standing there to say. I said no matter what she would do, CJ wasn't working for us.
CJ
wasn't working.
CJ is now a communicating member of the NPP.
No. How CJ wasn't working for us.
How is that? How is she a communication?
Did you take your time to assess the press conference that she had?
It was all about her. It was all about herself.
What did she say? What did she say for the NPP?
The chief, the one leading his legal team is the former attorney general.
But that's her lawyer. If I can be an NPP member and choose Statutory Secretary as my lawyer, it doesn't mean. Listen, I have friends in NDC. We had a case. My brother had a case in somewhere around 2015. Then this was in power. Honorable Samuel Ado. He lives in that area. I think he was the deputy attorney or something, whatever, for during that time. I don't know. I've forgotten. He's a very strong lawyer. He was the one leading our case. He was the lawyer we called. Okay. But we are an NPP guy, and he knows we are NPP. But he was the one we called. Okay. The fact that he has chosen Godfred Dami as his lawyer, as a lawyer, doesn't mean NPP.
No,
that doesn't mean NPP.
You are somebody you are being accused of being a member of the MPP, being in bed with the MPP. You had the case and you went in for the immediate past attorney general who was part of the MPP. What are you telling us? And the same attorney general was the one who, in the office of in the house of one Supreme Court judge, he was trying to bribe somebody so that they can imprison somebody.
Okay.
So sometimes politics have moved away from the NDC. Is not here to witch hunt anybody. Okay. We are ready to work with people who are ready to work. Okay. But if you are not ready, you need to move you to bring serious people.
All right.
The resetting we are doing is serious. Today, people now trust the judiciary.
Resetting.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's get into the conversations for the day. The Gold Board Task Force has been inaugurated. You see, the fight against Galamsey, it has so many branches, and the fight against smuggling of gold has also come to bear. And one of the arms that we are deploying to fight the smuggling of gold is the Gold Board Task Force. So they have been inaugurated, and during their inauguration, the president made a statement that they are placing a bounty reward for any whistleblower against any informant. Now this bears the conversation. Now let's say let's say I know Peter is doing Galamsey somewhere, and then I gather all the evidence. I know I might be compensated if I should show it to the president. He says about 10% of the value of the gold. And if I should blackmail Peter with it, I can get over 50% of it. Do you think I'm going to whistleblow or... No, Peter, but this particular thing that the president is directing, yes. Do you think this is what can actually help solve these problems?
Good morning once again to our listeners and viewers. I'll be very happy if you can play back the day the Gold Board was inaugurated. I think that Wednesday.
So somewhere 25th April.
Yes. I think
25th April.
I was here with my brother.
25th April, yeah.
I spoke about the Gold Board can help reduce illegal mining. That's what I'm saying. What the president did, is it yesterday? Or is something that I think is worth doing.
It's worth doing.
It's worth doing.
Okay.
Galamsey and gold. Ghana need gold to make money.
Sure.
But we need to stop illegal ways of getting the gold.
Okay.
We need to formalize people who are into mining so that as they mine, they can reclaim the lands. The president is saying anybody who is able to bring the cat out of the bag about any mining activity, illegal mining activity going on in our forest.
Illegal mining or smuggling?
No. It's illegal mining.
Yeah.
It's not smuggling.
There are bounties for the illegal mining.
Illegal mining. If we are able to do that, the amount of gold that we get from the community, we get from the site.
The concession.
Yeah, the concession. 10% of the amount collected, the gold collected from them.
I'll buy a J-Wagon very soon.
Will be given to what? The whistleblower.
I'll just report it and I'll just get a J-Wagon.
The problem we have in Ghana is we have a lot of media talks without facts.
Okay.
We to Galamsey, this guy is into Galamsey, but we have no fact.
Okay.
So now the president is now saying, just as my brother is saying, if he had facts, he should report it.
Okay.
Don't just sit in the media and make noise.
Like Aini.
Aini is walking the talk. Today, Kobia Dubois is facing his own music. So don't say he's making noise.
Okay.
What we are saying is,
Yeah.
though we need gold, though we have the gold board, but what we need more is to have a very healthier environment.
Okay.
So I told you the last time that the gold board is going to be a very good tool to fight Galamsey. Because if you are saying mining or illegal mining is illegal, and again, if we are saying everybody who mine the gold need to sell it to the gold board, meaning if you are a Galamseyer, there will be no medium for you to sell your gold. You get the point? Because the only medium that you can sell the gold is through the gold board. And now, the gold board are not going to buy from Galamseyers. So if that being the case, most of these Galamseyers may go through the right procedure to get the right documentation to be formal, to be more formalized.
Okay.
And the president is saying, with all this initiative, people might still go against this the laws we have.
Yeah.
So the community members, if you see somebody mining illegally in your forest, report and be rewarded.
Okay.
How was this one arrested? Atai. It was a bounty put on his head.
Okay.
How was these people who kidnapped these Canadians during the time of your president? How were they arrested? When the case happened, there was a bounty put on the head of anybody who sees those people with the Canadians.
Okay.
They were those people, because of the money put on their head, people were ready to give out information. So the president is saying, do you know, in every mining community, the illegal miners spend less than 5% of the money they get from the site in the community. Okay. They spend less than 5%.
Okay.
But because poverty is high, even with the less than 5% they spend, community members think when Galamsey comes to the community, they are okay. So they are saying, instead of them spending less than 5%, below the hustle, let's arrest them and get 10% of whatever gold they've mined.
Okay.
If you don't think as a philosopher who see into the future, you may see this thing as not sounding well.
Okay.
But if you sit down very well and assess it, where are the mines, are the illegal mines or the galamsey, are they done in heavens? No, they are done in the communities.
Okay.
My town where I am, if there is an illegal miner there, I know.
Okay.
But the question is, what will be the benefit? What will I get for me reporting somebody mining in my town?
Okay.
Hey, so if it's not about money, you don't care about the environment.
No.
You have to care about the environment. It's not about the money. You have to care about the environment and other things.
Paul, let Peter finish.
What I mean is, how many of our community members even understand the effect of mining in their community?
Okay.
How many of our community members know that in mining a lot of chemicals are used and that chemicals have effect on our environment? During the time of in the last 8 years, during the era of Nanado, we saw something on television where a cocoa farmer was ready to give his cocoa farm to get gold.
Sure.
So he said the amount of money that he will get when these illegal miners take control of his land is better than the amount of money he will get from cocoa.
Okay.
We all were saying it was ignorant. So if a cocoa farmer who was selling bars of cocoa every season can say he is giving his cocoa farm just for once receiving money from a miner, that after that mining from his area, the next year the person will not come again and give him money. Are you getting the point I'm making?
Sure.
Because if the Ramsayers use your land this year and they are done with the gold in your land, the next year they will not give you money.
Okay.
But cocoa was giving that farmer every farming season some amount of money.
Okay.
But he was so happy to receive that once payment than the yearly payment.
Okay.
So meaning, even education on Galamsey is low. We only talk about it. But the question is, if I can read, you can read, he can read, what about those in the villages?
Okay.
But Galamsey is not done in Accra.
Okay.
It's not done in Legon. It's not done in Tech. It's not done in UCC. It's not done in UDS. The Galamsey are done. The actual Galamsey happens in the villages, the hinterlands,
Okay.
where education is very low. So that small farmer, that young boy in that village, does they see any direct effect of Galamsey on their health? No. Yesterday, a program on TV3 Agenda, they were interviewing one of the senior officers of Ghana Health Service, that if they have any policy around, they say no, Ghana Health Service does not have any policy around Galamsey. They are yet to do something about it.
Wow.
What I'm trying to tell you is, we should not just see it as money making or people are going to, but it's a way of making people aware. It's a way, because people in the hinterlands, what they know is money. Because they know when the miners come there, they employ some of them, their wives sell food at the Galamsey side, they sell water there, the guys will also get chance to enter the holes and also get something. But the issue is, looking at 10% of the total money received there and the peanuts they give them, people will now be ready to bring the cat out of the bag.
Okay.
The gold board policy is a wise policy.
Okay.
I'm happy the former majority leader, Honorable Chairman Sabonsu, even said it.
Okay.
The MPP as a party have never said the gold board is bad, because they are evil. They only think about the person there is making money, because they think Sami Jamfi is like Ominadu Buahi.
Okay.
What we mean is, the whistleblowers giving money is good.
Okay. Okay.
Those things are incentives that will push people. Because now you can see people in the villages.
Yeah.
We are going to get people who are going to be self-contractors.
Okay.
They wake up in the morning.
They will be
surveying their area.
Okay.
Umbewuno there.
Can you wrap it up for me?
No, but the fact of the matter is,
yeah.
Do we love Galamsey? No.
Okay.
Do we need the good? Yes. How do we get it? It should be formal.
Okay. All right.
A good is a good evil. It's an evil and also good. In a way, we need the good. But the medium by which we are going to get the good is the problem.
Okay.
So what the government is doing now is, let's try and fight Galamsey. Let's use the good board. And again, let's help people who are going to help. Because the minister for environment or minister for lands and natural resources may not be everywhere. Okay. But for community members, we live with them.
Okay.
The same chief sells these lands to them.
Okay.
So my problem is, our chiefs should put Ghana first.
Okay.
And I'm one thing I'm sad. We don't have association of fetish priests for them to revoke the gods of our land.
Oh, my Kwakubu Sam came when they entered my part. Kwakubu Sam came on radio to talk about. They have a WhatsApp page. They have a WhatsApp.
I know.
And then they're advising from my part every day. So they're going to get out.
No, what I'm saying is,
I don't know.
They have
WhatsApp page, but I don't know their page.
What they've done is they have groups. Like Kwakubu Sam, like a big fetish piece like that, will have other fetish people who believe in Kwakubu Sam. Okay. So those people will have, but they don't have.
But also, what's a platform on my advice from my party?
What I'm saying,
so they should come together and then just form an association.
What I'm saying is, the way we have
registered one,
the way we have Christian Council,
yeah.
we have the Ahmadiyya What Council and the Chief Imam.
Have...
So that let me tell you something. In 100 years ago, you dare not go close to our forest. The gods will strike you. But what have happened? Because the chiefs who are the custodian of these lands and the custodian of this forest are the same people selling the lands out.
Okay.
I'll take this opportunity to also greet Nana Yafia Kenten, Nana Jamna Kenten, the second, Offenso Mahini. Offenso have a lot of good, but through the good work of the Nana Yafia Kenten, the late, and Nana Jamna Kenten, the second, who is now the Offenso Mahini, they have decided mining and Galamsey can never happen on their land.
Okay.
And that is happening.
Okay. Thank you, Peter. Paul.
Yeah.
Paul.
No. Okay.
That's what's packed.
Like we said, first of all, and the main.
Oh, the man said to tone them out now.
Agenda man.
We've let it.
Enter Minisca.
We all know what we are facing with Galamsey. And then we heard the president say that now, instead of revoking the LI, let's place some rewarding incentives for whistleblowers who are going to inform on people doing Galamseys in their various communities. To what extent do you think this can go in the fight against Galamsey?
Mr. Murray, let me say good morning to the people of Amasaman, especially Satellite, Nana Hema, Wango, Ohene and the rest, Esbaka and the rest. Mr. Murray.
Yes, sir.
The promise the NDC made in regards to the fight against Galamsey and what we are witnessing now, it seems they are two different things.
Okay.
Or they are the opposite. They are in opposite direction.
Okay.
One, the president promised to repeal the LI. What are we saying? It seems now we are not even talking about the LI anymore. The fight against Galamsey, the best thing the president could have done was to repeal the LI.
Okay.
Just to repeal the LI that you can mine along water, our forest, also in water bodies.
Okay.
At least these two. Or can I amend it? So you can't mine in the forest. And what about this? Yeah. What I said.
Yeah.
Then also, he also promised to arrest the kingpin and other things. And even now, the excavators that were seized, the 40 excavators that were seized, that 33 got missing. We haven't heard anything about it again. We haven't even heard anything about it. They're not even talking about it. They're not even discussing about it. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Now we have a task force to fight smuggling of gold.
Yeah.
Why will someone smuggle gold? Maybe because you are cheating the person.
Okay.
You get it? Maybe because you are cheating the person. If you are buying it correctly, you are buying it with in an amount that the person values. I don't think the person will smuggle it outside. You get it?
Yeah.
You might be able to fight Glamsey. Try to use these people as whistleblowers to fight Glamsey. But let's not. Have you ever had a conversation, one-on-one conversation, with an informant in the Wigeto before? In the Wigeto? An informant in the Wigeto?
No, I haven't.
Try Nenya Bakunan in Dinkomo.
Okay.
Now, on show experience, how even if he's being caught, he'll be dealt with.
Wow. So you think
because with this,
to put people
that's I'm saying security. I'm saying people are even going to die. Security wise and other things. Because if I see somebody mining here, how will I know if the person's having license or the person having a license?
Sure.
Before I can blow the whistle, how will I even know?
Sure.
You go for it, try to investigate. Once the people get to know that this guy's asking a lot of questions. Where is he from? What's the situation here?
Yeah.
They will start planning bad things
against you.
They get it?
Yeah.
So that should be the first thing. Security. The security should be a key.
Okay.
The person can be a whistleblower, but security anyone no better because Mr. Marie, if I see somebody mining at this place, so I'm saying once you put the LI, you know this forest, you're not mining there, and I can also be mining or Honoma. I can go there or I can blow the whistle. I've seen the person mining in the forest.
Sure.
But once the L has been repelled, the person is mining there, I don't know whether the person is having a license or not. So how am I even going to blow the whistle?
Sure.
How am I even going to blow the whistle? And even if I go there and maybe I take my phone, I take some pictures or I snap something, and then they get me, they can even end my life.
Sure.
That's why I asked you, have you ever had a one-on-one conversation with someone who's an informant at a Wigeto or something before? Yes, they'll tell you it's not easy.
Sure.
Once they get to know that you are the informant in this area, the community, because that's where maybe let's say the community, the Glamsey normally do. The community, most of them are working in the pits.
Okay.
Most of them are working in the sites. That's where they are getting their money from to feed their family and other things. And you tell yourself as an informant to go and blow a whistle, and they get to know you, that you are taking pictures here, you are taking videos here. They will start questioning you. Who is this guy? Because in the Glamsey sites, wherever they do illegal mining, they have tax there. They have tax. Charlie, killers and and then you will killers to even go there to take pictures. Because I will not even know whether it's illegal mining, whether it's having license or not. I will not even know. Just seeing with my eyes, I'll assume that this person has a license. No, I cannot even conclude on that.
Sure.
So the best thing, you can call a state of emergency for maybe about 2 weeks. Just for about maybe 2 weeks. Let everybody put their tools down. No mining, no small scale mining. With the big companies, maybe can allow them mine, but no small scale mining. With the small scale mining, that leads to the Glamsey, that leads to the illegal mining. So no small scale mining. Okay. The find the tools in good form. That 2 weeks, the better tools good form. Then those who have the license, you can let them come. You stamp on it or you give them approval, then they go and mine.
Okay.
Now we said this particular place, we've given them license. You get the LI to you, work on the LI. Because if somebody is mining the forest, I cannot tell if the person is doing illegal mining or not.
Sir John wrote the forest to his sons.
No, but if somebody is mining there, how will I know if it is illegal or it's not illegal? How will I know whether the person has a license or not? How will I know? Unless I go there and interrogate them or I do my investigations. So with this, maybe people like Erastus, sorry, but maybe data people are going to enjoy. Yeah, because they're investigative journalists and then they'll find their way there. But if they go there, security wise, they have to be. I'm praying for them. I'm praying that security wise, they have to be fit. Like when you say or call alone, then they get to that, it's just going to blur. So someone can end his life.
Okay.
And also, like we were saying, I go there, take pictures, take videos, and I get to know that I do my search and everything. Get to know that these people are doing illegal mining. I call you, Charlie, boss. if I know you call you with my number, I'll just buy different SIM.
Sure.
Boss, I've seen you doing illegal mining and I'm going to blow the whistle. You have to seize everything. Yes. I'm giving you up to 2-3 days. Call me back, let's discuss. Or else they just send him maybe an asset of the video you took.
Sure.
Then just send maybe just a little asset, just to let make aware that.
MPP, they really train you people.
No. What I'm saying. Peter. No, let me end.
His microphone is off.
So then the person just send you an asset that this is the so let's meet. Instead of 10%, then the miners will tell you I'm giving 50%, I'm giving 20%, 30%.
No miner will do that.
No miner will do that. Now they think miner will sit down and allow them to come and arrest him and seize everything instead of giving you maybe 20%, then you go. And I think that because people go to sites. When I remember when we were having this operation Vanguard.
Yeah.
Then this we were saying I'm coming for discount, but you're telling us no miner will give them money.
Yes, no miner will give them money.
No miner they will pay.
Okay.
Even this tax force cry, they are going to take money.
No.
This very tax force, they are going to take money.
Okay. Omari, there's one thing.
You will come.
No. This guy. Let me ask you. During the time of our former president, the last 8 years, people were caught at the site. Monies collected were not disclosed. Amount of gold collected from them were not known. Now, what the president wants to do is that when the task force go there and arrest, the amount of gold collected should be disclosed.
But he hasn't disputed that fact.
No, what I'm trying to say, during their time,
but
when they go to the site,
he hasn't said anything.
I haven't said anything. During our time, or during our time, or during Oliver's time,
yeah,
we are no more in power. You make Ghanaians aware that this we did this, so they should sack us, and Ghanaians listen to you, and they sack that. So during our time, they haven't to change him. And let's focus on what we are facing now. So let's focus, and this initiative. No, relax. And this initiative.
Yes.
This initiative.
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad. Hey. How can you tell me I should be a whistleblower? That's what I'm saying. Maybe the investigative journalist, because to even know somebody's mining illegally, to even know say this person it's not a license, it's not a license crime, embedding. How will I just assume somebody's mining here? That's what I'm saying. You can repeal the LI. That if I know that somebody's mining the forest, I know it's illegal.
Exactly.
But once the LI is still there and doesn't be repealed, if somebody is mining there in the forest, I cannot just conclude that it's illegal unless I do my investigations.
Sure.
And today investigations are
And that LI you are talking about is a law made by your government.
So you said you come. I'm saying. No. Peter.
His microphone is
Peter.
On.
Peter. Whatever LI that we brought, whatever we implemented. You made it clear that that's the campaign. That's the campaign message that you repeal the LI. So don't make it as if say no, you made it clear to Ghanaians that you're going to repeal it.
Exactly.
And you are in power now, and you just repeal it. It's just simple.
You even have majority in parliament.
In parliament. So just repeal it. I don't know the amount.
Sure.
So how will I know that somebody is mining illegally? And I'm telling you, and I'm telling me my government did this. No, my government is gone. You're caught.
Sure.
It's now. So I'm going to form. You get it? So now, the old thing is that the investigative journalists they are going to maybe benefit. Because maybe it might be easy for them to do the investigations and come out with this money illegally. But for you and I here, who are scared of losing our lives, cannot go to the sites, interrogate them, ask them what are they doing here. I want to see your license. But Mr. But if I go there without any ID, without anything, and I go talk to them, I want to see their license. I don't think I'll not receive any slaps. No. I'll receive slaps and mechanical because I'm not having any ID to show them I'm a security officer or whatever. No, I'm not having any ID. Then I'll just go there. I want to see your license, whether you're mining illegally or legally. No, it won't work that way.
Okay.
So what we are saying is that the president, the fight against Galamsey, it's not really serious. This is not going to stop Galamsey. We should be honest with ourselves. We should be honest with ourselves. This can never stop Galamsey.
People were giving information out.
People cannot.
Now that they know when they do it because.
People
spending their own money.
Yeah, you can spend your own money. Whatever we did, we are gone. Whatever we did, we are gone. You made it clear that we didn't try our best on Galamsey. You made it clear that we didn't do our best on Galamsey, so we are gone. So and then you are coming back with this thing. So you are coming back with this thing, telling me how will I even know that somebody is doing illegal mining unless I go investigate? How can I just assume that somebody mining here is doing illegal?
The fact that we say people who.
So you blow the whistle. How can I just blow a whistle? How can I blow a whistle?
We have professionals.
So the professionals are going to they are going to be so someone like you and I.
Yes.
Someone like you and I cannot go to the site.
I can.
Can you go to the site and ask them about licenses?
I will use drone.
No, if you use drone, you might use drone. By using the drone, how will you know whether they're having license or they're not having license? That's the question. So are you going to just blow the whistle because you say we should blow a whistle? Once you see anybody mining, just blow a whistle. You have to find out whether the person said you are blowing the whistle on illegal miners.
Yes.
Blow the whistle on illegal miners. So once have to know.
No legal miner mining water bodies.
You have to know one.
No legal miner mining.
By legal miners, they mine in the forest. They can mine. One small scale mining can mine in the forest. Illegal miners can also go there. Put that in your head. No. Once small scale miners can mine in the forest reserves, this just like illegal miners can also enter there. And I can't talk. Oh, that's why the president said. That's why the current president made it clear that he is going to repeal the LI because he knows repealing the LI will save us from the forest mining.
What I've done is this: I've put in his microphone off. So don't be distracted by whatever he says. Just keep making your submission.
So
you have just a minute to
let me see. Yeah. The best the president could have done was to repeal the LI to prevent people from mining the forest. To prevent people from mining in the forest. Okay. That would have helped. Okay. That me going to the forest to check whether somebody is mining legally or illegally. How will I even conclude that somebody is mining illegally or legally in that forest? How will I even conclude that somebody is having a license to mine in the forest or not to mine? Even if I go there to interrogate them or to investigate them, my life would be at risk in the first place, and I can't just be at home and just be like because I've seen somebody mining. I have to do investigations first and know that the person is having a license or not before I can blow the whistle. Okay. I can't just be at my home and then just assume that somebody's doing illegal mining because I've seen the person with excavator and other things in the forest. No, I can't just conclude on that. I have to do my investigations and then go there, take pictures and other things, and my life will be at risk. That's one thing. And if I go there also take a picture and maybe I can blackmail the person and take more money, I'll not even take about 30%. So this thing, at least just we put the LI. They know people are not mining the forest. Now if I see somebody in the forest, I can report to you. Sure. You get it? We put the LI. Then we cannot that we are not mining the forest anymore. Nobody's mining the forest anymore. If I catch someone mining the forest, if I see someone, I don't have to go into investigations. No. Once I see somebody's mining the forest, I just blow the whistle. But if not, people will blow whistles on wrong people, and then their life will be at now could blow whistle. Okay, blow whistle. Oh, be so. I can say site. Now they get to that you were the person who blew that whistle. Yeah. That community say on and out here. Okay. I'm being honest with you. To feel on.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. Moving on to our next topic. The suspended Chief Justice. Her case is still, under proceedings, and she filed an injunction against the proceedings here.
Yes.
Like in Ghana here. And the case is still pending.
Yes. The committee is sitting.
Yes. And she has gone ahead to the ECOWAS court to file another lawsuit against the state, claiming that
they're abusing her
human rights are being abused.
that woman I'm very careful because myself I like ladies.
Hey.
Yeah.
Brandy.
No. No.
PP.
No. When I say I like ladies, I'm somebody I don't easily use words on ladies. I'm soft on them.
Okay.
But that woman is trying to push some of us
to go here rich.
To where if we don't manage our inputs, you may make some statements that one day it might be used against us. You are the Chief Justice. What does the Constitution say for the removal of the Chief Justice? Have the Council of State sat on the case? They are 31 in number. 30 people voted. 1 person abstained. The 30 people all went one side that there's a prima facie case. A committee has been set up by the president. What does the constitution says? The constitution is saying if a prima facie case is found against the chief justice, the president may suspend the chief justice so that investigation can begin, and so that the person might not influence any investigation done by any committee. The president has suspended you. The committee have started the sitting. Your duty is to go and appear before the committee. If you go and you are clean, you come back and take your position. There's one prophet that I have identified in Ghana that Ghanaians that don't really know him. That is the prophet Chachuchi Kata. I remember in the law court during the election petition case, he read Hosea chapter 5 verse 3.
Which of them? Is it the first or the second? 2012 or 20?
No, the last one. The last one that the court threw away. They didn't even allow the electoral commission to man.
You had no case. So.
Good.
Yeah, you had no case at the court.
At that time, that woman was very bold, sitting on the bench, giving commands. Today, the table have also turned. Somebody is sitting on the bench.
But Peter, if you put it this way,
are you
not saying it's like a payback?
No. What I mean is, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. If
so
you
paying her back, it's clear.
What I'm saying is, when you were sitting on the bench and throwing your jar, you were using the law. Today, another person is using the same law, but you think that one is against the fundamental human right. Are you more human than somebody? You were a lawyer and a judge, and by God's grace you get an appointment. And what the person is doing is does have the person gone against any article in the constitution? No. Council of State have sat on it. They have found a prima facie case against you. The law says when a prima facie case is found against you, a 5-member committee need to be set up. The president has set up that 5-member committee. In the process of your investigation, the law again says the president may suspend you so that you may not influence. The president have done that.
Okay.
That house, that building that he's saying his late uncle was what was there. When they were unveiling the house, when the Kufuor did the renovation there, he went.
But she didn't go for any hearing or anything there.
No, but you went. If you think going there is something that will not put you in a very good state of mind, in the unveiling, you are not supposed to be there.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Myself,
Yeah.
I don't give money to beggars.
Okay.
You know me for that. But if I see any stroke patient begging, I give.
Okay.
You know the reason why? My mother has stroke, and I understand people who have really gotten stroke.
True. Okay.
So I have serious passion.
Some sympathy towards them, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you getting the point I'm making?
Sure.
So what I'm saying is, if you think when they were unveiling that house, that building, so what was the essence of unveiling that building? You thought it was just unveiled for unveiling's sake. It was unveiled to do something. Today it is performing its main function.
Okay.
And because of the nature of the case, the committee is very candid. Because they are saying, per the law, the issue should be here in camera. They don't want a place that somebody can easily maneuver and maybe place a recorder somewhere to pick information from the hearing.
Sure.
So they are being very candid to you.
Okay.
That they are not allowing my husband. What this woman, I don't understand her. No. You have been no. Me sometimes when I listen to her, I don't know where he went to her law school.
Hey, that's the Chief Justice we are talking about.
I don't really know where she went to her law school. That when I was going to the committee, they didn't allow my husband, they didn't allow my daughter. What does that got to do with this case?
She needs family support.
So if you call somebody at the court, the person will tell, let my wife come and stand by me. Will you allow that in your court?
The wife cannot come and stand by him in the box.
But this is in camera. In camera means it's between the 5-member committee, the secretary of the committee, and the person involved. That is it.
Okay.
And what about those who petitioned her?
They are not supposed to be there.
She wants to cross-examine them.
You can cross-examine them. What does the law says?
That's where she's finding the problem.
The problem I'm also finding there, I don't know why she attended her law school.
Honestly speaking, you've been distracting him. You see, I put him off when
Mashada.
Oh.
So what I mean is,
okay. So if that's the game, the
I'm very surprised. A whole Chief Justice is making some funny accusations. We say it's in camera.
Yeah.
In camera means it's secret.
Okay.
It's too personal. So what do you want your husband to come and do there? Your daughter. The whole room is like a courtroom.
Yeah.
Not even the courtroom. I don't know the name. Is it docket or no? I forgot that small wooden structure. Is it the? If you go to the law court, that small structure.
Yeah, that's like a docket where they stand.
The docket, no. So inside the docket, can I tell the judge, I have a daughter. I want my daughter to stand by me in the docket. Some things I don't get it. He is not somebody who have just completed law school just 2 years ago. The Chief Justice. So sometimes some issues I think is too weak for him to raise some points.
Okay.
She's just looking for sympathy. So she just want to stress it, and we are ready for that.
Okay.
He should even take it to the International Court of Justice. He should take it there. Because
but okay, you continue.
The question is,
yeah.
When you talk about your fundamental human rights, what are you talking about?
So you don't think her rights have been violated?
What right? If the rights have been violated, meaning the constitution that violated against your right, not the president. Whatever the president have done is in the constitution.
Okay.
Give it the Council of State, he have done that. Set up a committee, he have done that. May suspend, he has suspended you.
She's not
having a case with the president.
She says that.
Yes.
One, she needs. She was denied family presence.
And that I ask you, if I have a case in the law court, can I tell my lord, because I have a daughter, let my daughter come and stand around me in the docket? No, it's not accepted.
She wants to cross-examine her petitioners.
Is it? The question is, this is not the first time they have been an in-camera investigation in Ghana. When those things happen, were they allowed to cross-examine those people? I'm coming.
But the ones that happen.
It's not true.
But the ones that happen.
What makes it false?
Let me give you an example. Charlotte say, the petitioners who sent the petition to the president. One was even a dead person. So if you want to, if Charlotte
mentioned that she wants to cross-examine them, it's fine. But if she doesn't want to cross-examine them, now it's up to if a lawyer says I'd like to cross-examine the petitioners, fine.
But is that constitutional?
No, it's not constitutional.
I'm saying the woman knows the law more than I.
He doesn't know the law. If you know the law,
knows the law more than I do.
It's not true. If you know the law as he's saying, you will not tell her you want the husband to be.
She knows the law more than I do.
The law is not emotional.
So no, relax.
The law is not sympathetic.
Relax. Peter, The woman.
Peter, are you done with your submission?
What I no, I'm not done.
Okay, then finish.
More hours.
I mean, this issue is not really. You just finished because I want to find out human rights into them. Let's fight for it.
What I mean is,
yeah,
that woman is behaving like a frog.
Okay.
If you really want to see the size of the frog, when the frog is alive, you see the frog as a very small animal. But when the frog dies, that is how you see how long the frog is.
Okay.
This woman knows she's going, but she just want to prolong. Because now he's taking some allowances. Because she have not been removed. She's on suspension. So I think she might be taking half or...
She won't take salary, but I think the allowances and all.
He will be taking the salary, but allowance he will not be...
Salary I think she not take.
She will be taking some percent of the salary. If you are suspended, even normal workers, if you are suspended, you get, I think, 50% of... So now the woman wants to prolong the case so that he can still be taking that money. I think that is what she's doing.
No, but the woman is resolved already. She's resolved.
No, she's not resolved.
If she goes home, a common dinner. Oh, I don't take a common dinner.
A common dinner, but she still needs that money. But I don't know what would ECOWAS court do to Ghana.
It's not about money.
It's about money.
She's going to be the first justice to be removed in the
and it's not the first that the petition have brought against.
And then she doesn't want that to happen to her as the first justice to be removed in the Fourth Republic.
Okay.
Do you get it? She doesn't want. How many chief justices have we appointed? Many.
Okay.
Many have come, many have gone, but she doesn't want to be the first.
None of them also behave the same way that she's behaving.
That's why she's doing whatever she's doing. Do you get it? She listen, Peter. Me, I'm not a lawyer, and then I did just a little law in tertiary business law. So with law issues, I don't really talk much about law issues. But whatever she's doing, she filed the case here at High Court, and the AG came in to tell the High Court that they should dismiss the case. And now I don't know if AG can just tell the court to dismiss the case.
No, they sat on the case and the case was dismissed.
AG said they should dismiss. AG said they should dismiss the case. They get it. So now
that's the sound of the AG.
Now the government is not interfering into the judiciary.
It's not true.
AG came out that they should dismiss the case.
They dismissed the case because that was the sound of the AG.
So you are saying that
there was no case.
The
AG, no, if there's no case, no. Why should the AG sit behind and instruct the court to dismiss the case?
Do you get it? From there, all Christians will say no, BB and how can the AG sit behind and instruct a court to dismiss a case? Mr. Maria, the AG,
that woman.
The court dismissed the case because of what the AG.
I think you can read the report. The news say every my enjoyer wherever is there.
It's
like AG made the court dismissed the High Court. High Court in Accra. Okay, that's the High Court in Accra was instructed by AG Dominic Akutiri Ayini. Yeah. So it's very very bad. The AG is now sitting behind and instructing judges what to do.
It's not true.
And then the woman feels no.
To conclude,
what I mean
30
is
seconds.
This AG is a more serious AG. He's not like the AG who will bribe a corporate to help me imprison somebody. This woman will be removed.
Okay.
This woman is going home. This woman knows whatever but I haven't forgotten initially.
30 seconds.
I've forgotten initially. He even told them he want to refund some money that they think she have embezzled.
Okay.
So now do you know the woman is playing around human rights, but he's not talking about the case.
All right, Paul.
Yeah, Mr. Murray.
About what have already spoken?
So
the interjections were these were just interjections. No, I'm coming. So all what Paul was saying was interjections.
It was. Paul.
And you open the microphone, Paul.
No, the microphone is off. It was off. You are just focusing on me.
No. Paul.
Let me. This Ghana Web is there. So dismissed case filed by suspended Chief Justice Ghana Web. Aging to High Court. So if I say the aging instructed,
that was the stand of the AG.
No. AG said they should dismiss it.
Yeah, that was.
He's instructing them to do it.
He didn't instruct them.
He said the AG stand. The AG stand is the government stand. The AG stand is the government stand, and it's like government distracting the court. At least, even at least. No.
Were you taking the government to support that?
No.
Peter, I'm coming. Mr. Let me land. The AG, let me land. The AG, the AG.
Before that, let's not mislead our audience. The AG, didn't instruct the court to dismiss the case. He only said his stand on the issue that he doesn't think this is a case.
And then
he didn't say, I am ordering the court to dismiss.
You can't say, you say maybe he didn't instruct them because it wasn't maybe an official something. But like we know the AG position. You're an AG. We definitely court. At least the moment now. Court now bit Makasebia say, but you're an AG, and I attend the court to dismiss the case. On this case is saying. I mean, how?
Did the AG tell the court to dismiss the case?
The statement is there on all portals. AG says dismiss the case. AG to High Court. You can check all the portals. It's there. Dismiss the case filed by Chief Justice.
And that is what the
all the portals.
That's what the content said.
I said you can open.
So that's what the content said.
Yeah, he said they should dismiss it. He said they should dismiss it. They should dismiss it. They should dismiss it because let me land. He said
I will give you ample time. Let's read the story.
I'll read it. Let me land now. After landing now read it. After landing now read it.
You know why I asked you that question?
After landing I'll read it. You let me land. After landing I'll read for you. So now the AG.
You have not.
No. So now the AG is telling. No. The AG don't interject. Don't interject, please.
Don't worry. We will read this case before we leave here.
I don't mind. Okay. I don't mind. So the AG is saying they should dismiss the case from all portals. Now AG case about mama come some here to say whether it has no substance. There's nothing the case. They just AG jama court ni omojuma. Come court jama ni omojuma. Whatever she wants to, whatever the court wants to do, let them do. Court etie that's if the court themselves will come out and say she has no case. But you know one thing. The one can say whatever is the content, I don't mind. But the one can and say if the court is working and we see mostly here government officials interfering like this or saying things like this, and try if you have the court working, this round of the government are working, then you have a minister who's an executive body. A minister is part of the executive body. Now or can't be say a man court no crown. Sometimes the class we have in the court, a form. Yeah, you can't. No, the class. Today I can send the case to court. I can send the case to court.
The way you are allowing Paul to speak, I don't support. What is the job of the AG? The job of the AG is the chief lawyer of the president in the state.
Of the state. It's not the president of the state.
I said the president in the state. Okay. So when there is any case against the president or the state, he will have his stake. Exactly. He will never support whatever.
That is why.
I'm saying. His take. So let like obi that's why court obi must be no be nasem like my we no nasem. Yeah. Court. Now my buy press conference be my back say court in this specific case now the case be. At least if I don't have a case, if I have a case, I don't have a case, let the court sit on the case.
So if you are saying that the point is telling us Bawumia is not fit to be the president. So does it mean Bawumia can never be the president of?
Oh, I'm saying legal ways.
If it was the Chief Justice, who said the court should dismiss the case,
that is different.
Then we could say that she has.
No. Let me say.
The Attorney General is only a lawyer for the state.
For the state too. I know.
So he can't direct.
He can't direct instruct them. But on Jane because.
Read the story. Read the story. Read the story. Read the story.
That's how I made the case. I made the case. Obi, me no nyasem.
Read the story.
Me no nyasem. Oh, relax. I have a case with you.
You are exposing your ignorance.
I have a case with you. Now they go court. Now they go court. Yeah. What do you have to do?
My lawyer will never say.
I'll just from my defense and everything.
Yes.
And then come to the court. But if I sit at home and tell you dismiss the case. I tell you dismiss the case or my press conference, wherever I stand. Now it means that same crime. I'm not coming. The woman has filed a case against
Was the case called?
The woman has filed a case. The woman has filed a case.
Was the case called?
That's what I'm saying.
Was the case
some
called?
of these things will
Was the case called
in our judiciary?
Was the case called?
No, some of these things
was the case called?
Oh, whether it was called or
was it called?
Some of these things will let us lose.
Was the lawyer? No. Was the lawyer of the chief justice?
So that's why the woman has now sent the case.
You know why I've allowed him to do that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's why the woman. Okay. I mean, this case is not really any because it's their own human right. Yeah, what she's fighting for?
Okay.
What she's fighting for?
She's a party member.
Oh, Massa. Only party card.
Her party stand.
Me say party. Me say police station executive.
Where did she?
I've never seen her at any meeting.
When John Mahama we were in opposition,
I've never seen her at any meeting.
We went to a program. John Mahama mentioned the way that woman changed her face and say, "Hey, this woman."
Maybe you know what was talking about. If I know Kasana, I say yeah, and they are not facial expression. That one there.
But Paul, since you say you don't.
No, so I'm like, so whether she go to ECOWAS, let her go to ECOWAS, whatever. She thinks she can fight for her rights. Okay. That's up to her. Okay. Even if she go to the International Court of Justice to fight for her rights, she let her go. Meaning assembly she is fighting for her right, and she has every right to just
But one thing is that if
it's simple.
She go to that court and she fail, she need to pay back the money that she has been receiving as monthly salary, because the more she prolong the case, the more she'll be receiving the monthly salary. She's not ready.
Our last topic for discussion. Do you know anything about the Black Volta Gold Mine project?
Yeah.
Okay. In 2023.
Yeah.
The Azuma Resource approached EMP.
Yes.
For EMP to purchase their
company.
Yeah. Because they were somehow in a decline.
Yes.
And EMP agreed to it. The agreement they did was that the payment will be in 2 installments. First tranche will come in 2024, and the second will come in 2026. In 2024 June, when the time was almost up to, EMP approved them and said, let's extend it to December 2024. Now, during all these times, after the said agreement for EMP to acquire EMP sent 2 of their board directors to be part of the Azuma Resource company directors. During all these times, even up till now, EMP is the one paying the salaries of Azuma Resource workers. They've negotiated also with Ginyari in a way to facilitate the payment of whatever debt Azuma Resource
on them
owes them. And all these things happened under the previous government. Fast forward, now Azuma Resource is trying to have another look on the agreement they had. Only God knows why they want to do that. This Monday, we saw EMP celebrate their takeover of Azuma Resource. And concerned citizens has come out to say this is a state capture. Because the project, the consignment, is very huge. But it was mined by a foreign company. And now a local company is in. Some think, oh, it's not bad for a local company to own it, but then it's like they are forcing the hands of Azuma Resource to take it by force, because Azuma Resource is claiming now they don't know anything about the takeover of the consignment.
They weren't even there. I didn't see any of the board of directors of Azuma Resources there. Okay. I didn't see even one person from Azuma Resources there.
And the issue is actually in the Court of Arbitration in London.
Yes.
Is being under proceedings. The ECOWAS Bank has loaned money to AMP.
Who's that chairman?
ECOWAS Bank.
Oh, okay.
But ECOWAS Bank.
He's part of the board chairman.
He's the board director. The director of the board.
The bank is in Ghana.
How many directors?
The bank is in Ghana. It's in Nigeria.
How many directors does it?
Let me see.
I'm coming. The ECOWAS Bank is not in Ghana.
No.
It's in Nigeria.
Yeah. It's an ECOWAS bank, so
yes.
It entails all the ECOWAS
country. So it's not that. Don't say out of us. Don't make it sound like it's a Ghanaian bank.
I'm not saying it's a Ghanaian bank.
Yes. And two.
Do you think
the issue of state capture is something that I say is a non-starter?
Do you know what this issue? Everyone will be granted a very good time to give their submission on it, and I don't want any interjections. If you want to rebut when the person is done, because our time is almost up. We are using the rest of the time for this. So who goes first? Peter, you wanted to go first.
Yeah. What? I want to make some things clear. One.
Yeah.
The black gold voter.
The black voter.
Black voter project.
Yeah.
One, it's not a state company.
Okay.
Let's make it clear.
Sure.
It's not a state-owned company. It's a private company. That one, simpliciter.
Okay.
So meaning it's not state between Mohammed's brother.
Okay.
It's two private companies dealing.
Okay.
Azuma Resource. Its mother company is based in Australia, which is not in Ghana. The site that they are working now, the discovery was made in 1990. A lot of work went in from 1990 to 1998. If you go to Azuma Resource, their website, you get all this information.
Okay.
Around 2022-2023, the company and the mother company was not ready to invest again in Ghana. And as we speak, let me make this clear.
Sure.
The company is in Upper West region of Ghana.
Okay.
It's a mining company.
Okay.
They were not ready to invest. The local company, that is Azuma Resource, was not also having the liquidation to be able to pay most of its debts to VRA and to its land commission. So they were owing. In order not for the company to be sued by the state, Azuma Resource approached engineering miners.
Okay.
The main reason for contacting them was one, to help them to manage, and two, possibly to sell the company to them.
Okay.
In 2023 alone, engineering planners spent not less than $5 million invested into the company. When this investment were done, there was an agreement that they want to sell the company totally to engineering planners.
Sure.
There was a plan. Later, engineering planners went to them, informed them they are gathering money to make full payment, but they should give them some time. They agreed. One important thing we need to also take note, even this June, July, the salary of Azuma Resource were paid by engineering planners.
So that means they are still in business with them.
They are still taking over the company, because when you are taking big companies, mining companies, you don't just, it's not that like tomatoes that you just go and buy tomato 10 cedi, the person will pack them into a rubber, you take it to your house. Sure. Companies like mining companies, there's even in taking over, first there is managerial takeover. That is why in the process of buying, engineering planners send some of their officials to work with them, so that they can take over their books, do proper auditing, and etc. So looking at the amount that engineering planners have invested, they just need the top up. And the top up was what the CEO secured a loan from the ECOWAS Bank.
Okay.
To end the deal.
Okay.
But what is happening is that Azuma Resource have now seen the rising of gold prices.
So
because if
more?
you check the price,
they want more. Is it
clearly
they want more?
they want more, and after they've gotten options.
Okay.
You get it. At first, we are debt, and you know the amount owned by GRA. That what do I call it? Own GRA. Engineering planners are now in the process of paying.
Okay.
They've even gone for waivers.
Sure. Okay.
And now they say the price of gold is rising. So meaning they can now get more. But the question is, what about my previous investments? There are about $5 million US I invested in the company.
But during those times,
yes,
during those times, since 2023, that engineers and planners have been doing these investments, the proceeds from the company, where does it go to? Does it go to Azuma or it goes to engineers?
I think even now, the proceeds, I think some percentage were going to each party. But the problem is the amount they were investing, payment of staff, paying your old debts to Land Commission and to GRA, were monies being paid by only engineers and planners.
Okay.
And as I said, buying multilateral company like a mining firm, it's not just like buying tomatoes. So you don't just go and say, I pay for the company, staff move out, I'm bringing my own staff. No, there's a transition.
Okay.
Sometimes it can even take 5 years for you to get that full transition.
All right.
They have been on the ground. They understand some things more than you. So you need to be with. That is why even as we speak, we have some workers of engineers and planners working with them.
Okay. All right.
So what I think is this issue of state capture, people making of, I don't. It's a non-starter.
Okay. Okay.
And one thing we need to know is that, if not anything, Ibrahim is a Ghanaian.
Okay.
It's high time. And you know that gold.
Can you wrap it up for me?
It's about 3% of gold mined in Ghana every year. 3%. And you know we don't have a full-on Ghanaian mining company in Ghana.
But does that also mean
yes
we should force the hands of?
We are not forcing you, but we let's put it this way, Omari. If you agree to sell this bottle of water to me for
Omari,
1 cedi,
yeah, I know. It's well noted.
no, and the union of the agenda. It is not.
I'll just say something small.
If you ask me to buy this water for 1 cedi, and later you get to know this water can cure HIV. At first you were just giving it to me for me to quench my taste, but now you know it can cure HIV, and you said now it's 50 cedis. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
And all what they are saying, they have documents, they have receipts.
Okay.
I don't want to talk much. I have a lot of things to say about this, but I'm not talking much because it's still at court.
Sure.
You are looking at it.
Okay.
And I know at the end of the day, Ghana will be the victor.
Okay.
Mr. Mari, I will not even say much about this.
Okay.
First of all, I don't know the agreement that happened between the two of them, whether it was formal or it was informal or something. Because as human resources has also come out that EMP is yet to bring in any offer to invest in their company or something.
Really?
Yeah, yesterday their report, that's right. They said this yet. And they say EMP that does not own any shares.
All that money.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was formal I don't know how the agreement went. You get it? You get my point? I don't know how the agreement went.
Sure.
But I don't know how everything began. But that just sat down because if it's not by Simmons, like you can't simple. By Simmons who came out with some conversations between EMP and Azuma Resources. You get it?
Yeah.
From whatever me and my reading, I'm observing. Now Azuma Resources saying that they don't have EMP that was not owning any shares in their company. Yeah, it's making it clear. And then you ask the question that the proceedings, where were they going to? Was Azuma Resources taking the proceedings alone, or was EMP also benefited from the proceedings? So whatever he invested, no, so what's okay. And I want to know.
But was that the agreement?
That I'm saying the agreement that they signed, I haven't seen the agreement they signed earlier before this.
Okay.
Earlier before we saw the takeover.
Okay.
And even the takeover, I didn't see anybody from Azuma Resources there.
Okay.
The takeover, at least the takeover. And I think if it's like it's not like you are making plans. At least the takeover, there will be some directors or some officers from the Azuma Resources that will be there and ensure the takeover in a very nice way.
Okay.
But we didn't see anybody from Azuma Resources over there. SS send no message.
Okay.
You get SS send no message.
Okay.
No, they were not in support. That is one thing.
SS send no message.
No,
And no, I will not say later. I won't say later they were not in support because I don't know their stand. And I won't say later. I don't know whatever that has been going on between the two of them. Until by someone's leaked certain things. So myself, whatever they signed initially, the PRO Sam Jonah, is it the PRO?
No, Sam Jonah is the owner, a former CEO of.
No, I mean, the PRO for EMP or.
No,
the PRO for EMP. I've forgotten this. Franklin Kuju. He came to speak, and then he came out in the 23rd and other things issue, 2023 issue. He began from there. He began from there, where the 2023 issue started. On the back, I said EMP.
The issue is that the statements coming from Azuma Resource is not even signed by Azuma Resource.
So Azuma Resource, I don't know their director. I don't know who signs their. I don't know who signs their letters for them. I don't know who signs their letters for them.
They directly don't own the company. The mining is not for them. It's like a foreign company having a company in Ghana,
Sure.
but they have a brother company in Ghana who manages it. Properties in Ghana.
I get it. I understand. That's what I'm saying. So whatever happened with your name, right now your man also feels not by power. No. Oh, I'm not. Oh, because I'm my man don't see. Because I'm not by power now. My man don't see. Now your man even feels not by power. Oh, let me land.
The brother crying any president.
Any president.
The man is a business person.
We know it's a business person. We know Brad Chapo is a business person. But Brad Chapo wanted to buy La Palm Royal Hotel.
And that was a state company.
That was the Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Who does it belong to?
It's a state company.
Who does it belong to?
And then Snit, no, I'm coming. Snit wanted to sell it.
It's not
Who does it belong to?
Snit wanted to sell it. If it's for the state, and Snit person motonwa. Na say we was kana mesemetwa. Boni am I anything?
Did you actually hear Snit say they want to sell?
That's what Brian said. Brian said Snit wanted to sell it. He wants to buy it. Simple. He's also a businessman.
Okay.
And also a businessman.
Okay.
So the way I'm saying Brian's a businessman, Menga's only a businessman. He's a businessman, fine. Yet but now he feels in the power. Whatever Azuma echo and whether echo you and you at least
Okay.
Azuma is also my handicapped.
Okay.
See, my handicap. Do you get it? Because no brand about power. I'm teaching them some films and baby.
Okay.
And then I say I don't know the agreement that God Azuma is about no. I don't know the agreement, the initial agreement that was with the two of them. Okay. But you see, Azuma is about even only shares in po. Since they don't only shares only few.
Only shares about workers.
That I'm saying, was it formal or I don't know whatever agreement they had. I don't know whatever agreement they had because if EMP is saying this, EMP is saying this, Azuma is also saying this.
Okay.
And the takeover
if there was no formal agreement, why are they in the ICC? You can't go to ICC without any documents.
My take is that ENC are Canadian, EMP are Canadian. It's not so Canadian. But take over now. Oh yeah, no, me. Okay. Because you can't take over.
And see, what you know, and Kayen China courts ni and can we now what about doing some?
Okay. That's the take over can me because take over the panel take over from the channel at least on some hand over mouth FFF. It didn't happen that way. The people like there's more resource people. We didn't see anybody there.
Okay.
But also I take over.
All right.
I mean how? I mean how? Because brand up power until which brand up. Okay. That's what they are doing. I'm saying right now most of the money companies say license. It's about another day. License expire to renew it by us. I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
Most of the big money companies. The Japadia deal na never start. It's now really come about to start. The Japadia, the really Japadia.
Okay, every day say the really Japadia. Matrebu can never implement.
Jankroma was the daughter of Nanado Dankwa Kufado.
Yes.
Obi restauranter Mutuka Pai. Jankroma, the daughter of Nanado Dankwa Kufado. Obi restauranter Mutuka Pai.
Obi restaurant to him for airport.
Now Obi restauranter. Is she a Ghanaian? Can she own a restaurant?
Nobody is saying he can't own a restaurant.
That is for Mutuka Pai.
Jankroma
only restaurant.
Your last words.
My last words. Let me say a special good morning to Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan, the incoming flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, and also a good morning to our General Secretary JFK Obojuma, and also good morning to Prince of Achiaman, on the coordinator, and he's the Ken coordinator for Amasama constituency. Obojuma, Ken is winning Amasama again, and also at my polling station, my members and everybody, we are all keeping in line to vote for Ken. Yeah.
This my brother. I'm very sad for him. You are supporting Ken. Okay. Okay. Allow me to talk. Okay. Dr. Mary, we see Free Zone Board CEO. Now, Machia Asafoje. Scholarship Secretariat, Machia NDC in California, General Esedu Nkatia, Mechao Anopay. Good morning. Any company for you now? We come here.
That's why we end the show this morning. We thank you for sticking to us throughout. It's a cold day. Try and get some hot tea. Stay in bed if you have nowhere to be, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.